I got it.
Huh.
I did it.
Okay. Congratulations.
We're
You
live.
win.
I did it.
Hey, I've got 3 different cantrips now.
You just you have your cantrips and imports them.
You shouldn't. No.
Doesn't make any
no more
sense.
cantrips. Put them back.
They exist. Like I have a list of spells here,
Cantrips.
not for you, just in general, and it just says no.
Yeah. The real big issue is it's going to get more and more and more annoying as time goes on.
It will. So it needs to fix its shit.
I bet if we used Sigil, we wouldn't be having these problems.
You're
Yeah,
right.
here.
We would have a whole new set of problems.
You
Correct.
are right, and also no.
Thank you.
I do appreciate
No.
that you guys did it and found out that there's it's way worse than you thought.
Way worse.
I like to personally take responsibility for probably getting half of that team fired. Because I left
True.
like 4 very drunken, angry reviews on their help us make our product better page.
There's no way to make it better. You just start over. I wouldn't even bother trying to salvage it in the state it's in right now. It's not worth the investment monetarily to try to fix that. Start over. Like you guys and other people have said, pay Larian to just do it in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yep.
Because we leveled up, are we full health or are we still at normal health?
If he re-imported, it would have re-imported everyone at full health, unless everyone was keeping track of their health.
I
in 2
think
different
the
locations.
only one that wasn't was you,
Correct.
because then I've
level
got
2.
healed back to full,
I'm a level,
and everyone
and I got 4 health.
else hadn't taken damage. Why are spells? Maybe this is the issue. Maybe this is the issue. Spells are currently having a hard time just existing. That's interesting.
I've now prepared my spell.
My spells look great.
Mine,
You don't have them.
I think that's why his look great.
He could at level 3.
But he's
Yeah,
not
I
doing
could,
it.
but I'm not going to.
But you could.
Unless I do. Oh. Plot twist.
Dun dun dun.
You dum dum.
I don't know why you'd call me that.
If you want the
Because I'm
best
just
experience in
a
Foundry, you should buy the official modules.
You don't have-
But it sucks if you've bought them already in D&D Beyond.
I wouldn't buy. Yeah, I would never buy. That make no sense.
Like, what the fuck?
Because they want more money. Money is a big thing.
I feel like if you're gonna buy the modules in Foundry, you wouldn't have picked Foundry, and you picked Foundry specifically because it's the integration.
Me, I mean, yeah, I think anyone that's good, anyone that
Gets good.
made a good choice. I feel like Foundry is not good by itself, or it's much more complicated from what I hear. If you just try and set things up in Foundry.
I heard that Wizards and Nintendo are going to form a partnership soon.
$90. How many? What's the actual price tag? I saw
So
a
it's
meme for
for
$1
the
games. What's the actual?
for the digital copy of Mario Kart 9, it's $80. If you
Yeah.
want the physical copy, it's $90 because
Oh,
go
physicals are
fuck
90.
yourself.
And further in the
I will
future,
say
they've already
Nintendo-
said that the carts won't have games on them. They may just have codes, and you still have to download the game, and you just get a license to the game. And it's still $10 more.
Nintendo is fully welcome to choke on my balls, because that is a pile of bullshit.
But also, mouse mode looks pretty amazing.
Well, there are some things that looked cool about it. I just,
Yep. It's
I
expensive.
just I don't know who it's for.
Oh, I think mouse mode is going to be an amazing
No,
way
no,
to
no.
play shooters.
I mean, I don't know who video games are for. I said this in the chat that I'm with Keegan like half an hour ago. I just don't know who games
Not
are
for the
anymore.
consumer.
At $80
It's
to
not
$90
for
a
the
pop.
consumer.
Oh, I mean that's fair.
It's for
but
people.
It's
Yeah.
It's super
Like,
expensive.
What are we doing?
I did really like though that it's backwards compatible, and if you want the newer version, there's an upgrade that you can buy instead. So like if you have Breath of the Wild and you want Breath of the Wild in 4K 120 FPS, you don't have to buy it for Switch 2. You can buy like an upgrade pack.
So here's my thing with that though. Like, if the upgrade pack's $10, great.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be. It's probably going to be $30 or $40.
That
which
would be the
point-
same
60.
price. I'm thinking.
At which point,
20
like,
is
what the
enough.
hell? But
I think-
also, I can play Tears of the Kingdom at 4K 60 FPS right now.
Can you?
I'm-
They shut down a lot of things that
on
let
an
you do that.
emulator.
And I still can. And I
but-
paid for the game. Like, I
also,
own I have a physical copy of
Sure.
Tears of the Kingdom.
And
But
your
I
physical copy
also
still works too on the Switch.
That's
too. Like,
correct.
it'll just work.
it will just work.
It just works.
I'm
Thanks, Todd.
actually I'm very curious as to how it will run on the Switch too. Like,
I think it'll just run flawlessly at 720/30. But it'll just be flawless. Like same resolution, same frame
Yeah.
rate as the Switch, but it's just going to be flawless. And maybe HDR.
which is insane.
I don't know how HDR at 720p would work or look, but
Probably
maybe.
fine. It's just crazy to me that they're locking high settings in a game
Yeah,
for all intents
I
and
agree.
purposes behind a price tag. Like, that's truly crazy.
The only reservation I'd hold there is if they had to redo the assets.
If they had to redo stuff, I get it. It
Yeah.
does not look like that's what happened, though.
Perhaps not. And if they didn't, then that I agree with you entirely. That'd be my only holdback is maybe they had to redo things because they just drew it at a low resolution.
Maybe they didn't though.
Oh, hey.
Maybe they didn't.
I found the current list of actual issues. And it seems to make sense. 2024 Rangers do not get their full spell lists. Not all spells have the same amount of block effects.
So
That sounds like
So-
fun.
not only does Ranger
Tears of the
suck, it's
Kingdom
broken
fun?
in Foundry too. So now would they double
Yeah.
suck?
Tears of the Kingdom was a very, very fun game, in my opinion.
Tears of the Kingdom is probably top 5 favorite games of all time for me.
So,
I did not like the one prior to it.
You would absolutely
Breath of
hate
the
Tears of
Wild?
the Kingdom then.
Fair.
that's so
Rufus
that's why
also didn't like the one prior to it.
I didn't like it. I got to experience it in a way that I could enjoy it though, which was my son loved doing the grindy shit that I hated, and I just got to do the bosses and the main story beats, and some of that was okay.
I like to explore. It was my problem, and in exploring, you burn through your weapons too fast because you're not doing the grinding part. You're kind of
That's only
running
really an
around.
issue at low level, or not low level, but early in the game.
Get
Once
good,
you get
noob,
enough
is what he's
orbs,
saying.
You just have so much health that it just doesn't matter anymore.
I just didn't enjoy it.
I didn't have to do that
I
part.
didn't enjoy that like I was being punished for playing the way I liked. So I
I get
got
it,
to,
but like I didn't have to do it because my son did it. And by the time I was playing, I had full hearts and I had full stamina, and he was getting the weapons. So like I got to experience it in a way that a lot of other people don't, but I agree with you entirely, and that's why those are part of the reasons why I didn't like it.
yeah, it also. Yeah, I just got annoyed like whenever I'd clear one of those dungeons and I'd get some like ultra mega sword, it'd be gone in 5 minutes because I found a random like goblin-esque camp and it just broke there, and I'm like, eh.
That was
Speaking
my
of,
main issue.
last
Oh, yeah.
time on D.
We're playing D&D, aren't we?
What a segue!
Wow. Okay, well,
Seamless transition.
I'm hooked.
I don't think I want to keep playing anymore.
Well,
There was no positive talk in the last like 5 minutes. It's just shitting on a game,
This is
so I had
see,
no good segue.
this
Well,
is
there
where I
was
wish
a
I-
good segue. You were
48%
manual.
tariffs from Taiwan.
There was not a good segue. You manually added all of my spells in the last 20 minutes.
I wish I
I
had
know,
an
right?
ad button and I could just cut to ad right after that, but
I have six cantrips and 8 spells, and he manually added all of them.
Yep, it was fun. Anyway,
Which also
last
means my
time on
hotbar
D&D.
doesn't work, right?
Correct. Oh my god, probably not.
Hold on, let me try. Who's a good target?
Just fire at me.
It does work. Nope, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Anyway, last time on D&D, you guys found a drug dealer, and you knocked him out and questioned him and was like, "Hey, why are you doing this?" Turns out some shadowy figure let him in. He wasn't planning on selling drugs, but times were hard, so that was something he used to do outside. And he ended up getting back into the business. And he was told specifically to make it to give drugs to this one guard, who was the head guard of the Eastern Gate. And that's kind of where we left off. You had some discussion. Gabagoolio walked out. He was angry. He did open up his book though. That was a big thing. Book got opened up. Wishbolt was cast.
He's taking
And
a
that
walk
was-
right now.
He took a walk, yeah. So you guys are in here. You had just told your mother and also Ayura, the speaker of the East Gate town, what had happened and that someone was setting up her and her guard, but you did not know otherwise. And so yeah, you find yourself here.
I'm gonna let you decide how long that what I'm doing takes.
I mean, it probably took the length of the discussion, so everything is done at this
Okay.
point. You guys would be, unless there's anything else you'd like to do in the shopping district, it is still nighttime. There's still some fun things happening at the Azure Mist Tavern if you'd like. Non-drug related at this point, since you have dealt with the person peddling the drugs. You can go back there if you'd like. You can go... That's pretty much the only thing that's open at this point. Or you can go back to the council chamber, finish up, go back to, and then make your way back to your home.
I'll send you a DM where I'm at and let them do what they're gonna do.
Okay. Well, what would everyone like to do at this point?
I feel
Assuming
like
we're
we-
resting, right? Like
Sleep,
it's the middle
yeah.
of the night.
Yeah. Head
You
back.
go. Well, they need to finish up at the council because it's only held every so often. Usually goes a little bit late into the night, so they need to finish that up, and then everyone will go. You guys can head to your rooms and go to sleep now, or if you'd like to finish off. There really isn't much more to discuss about. There really isn't a ton to talk about, so you're not going to be missing out on much if you end up just saying it's bed by time. You know that Ripple's tax plan has gone through and was a success.
Nice. It's cool to get to level
would-
3 before the group.
You would you would have been also told that the Maloon, the leader of the Church of Sacred Fate here, did not have to vote. He didn't actually need to cast a tiebreaker because one of the council members of this city ended up flipping to the new tax plan.
Neat. All's
there was
well
no
that
tiebreaker.
ends well.
Right? Everything is great.
I almost died.
There is. You did.
You're not a frontliner, bud.
You tried.
Who is our frontliner?
Yes.
Anyone? No one? Someone?
No.
No one. It's all of us.
What's everyone's? Who's got the highest constitution?
You guys all actually went pretty decent with con this time.
That's because I got
I learned-
scared when I played that rogue, and we had that boss who would just kill us if we had less than 100 HP.
It's true. You only really dump con once in most D&D settings. After that,
I didn't dump con per se. I just didn't take it seriously.
True.
I
It
was a
feels
ranged
like,
rogue.
It feels like when you do that, you dump it, though. Even though you're right, you're probably not
Yeah.
dumping it. Definitely
The only
feels
thing
like
I
It
ever-
feels like it, especially when power word kill exists.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like it. Hey. So you guys going back, going bed by time?
Slapping that long rest button if we can hit the button.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'd maybe
you
wander
so first,
back, like
first-
the long way.
sure.
If
let's
we
gather-
don't
let's
see if we
gather
don't
up.
spot Gabagulio smoking crack in an alleyway.
So you would pass by the tavern on your way back, and you would see that Gabagulio is in the tavern.
The
Having a
one that
drink.
got kicked out of by the cook, or the other one?
He's
No, no,
smoking
no, no,
crack in
no.
the tavern?
As far as I know, you go to the place where there are other people. He's not actually smoking crack anywhere. There are
okay.
the drugs are gone, people.
Smoking
That was like
crack
a
in
big
the
point.
tavern.
You-
I was
this guy's
confused.
not
Thank you
coming
for the
with I don't know
clarification.
why this guy came with you. He's gone. Goodbye.
Gabagulio's
wow.
not wearing his,
Fuck
his
that
coat
guy.
anymore.
Wait a minute. There's a wall here.
Why is there a wall?
He looks like a fucking nerd now.
I mean, the book did stab someone, and he.
He's carrying it now in the open.
Yeah,
I'd be like, "Yo, G, how you doing?"
and
I don't think Creaser would say that.
also fair.
I would try to be cool.
I would turn over towards my brother, and you would see that it'd be hard to miss the giant tattoo on my bicep of a hand with 6 fingers.
Is it actively being tattooed on?
No,
you
it's
do-
there.
Brother, we haven't seen you for 45 minutes, and you joined a gang.
Something like that.
What about your scholarship?
I don't think it came with those types of strings attached.
Gang membership?
There are people who play sports ball that
it's
have
not.
tattoos.
It's not quite. I wouldn't call it a gang. Kinda. It's hard to explain. You wouldn't
I'd
understand.
like lick my hand and rub it.
Does not come
like-
off.
It,
Be like,
no.
damn, it is real. So, you have one experience in an alleyway and make permanent life decisions. That's interesting, bro. I'm proud of you, though. That's, decisive
Indeed,
decision making.
Indeed, it's quite the hand job.
I'm assuming Kreezor does not recognize this symbol at all.
Do a history check.
Oh,
You
yeah.
do not.
I hold my little 3-fingered hand up to this, and I'm just like, yep, definitely not a Kaikarin hand.
It's
Is
it's fine.
Gabagulio injured?
Yes.
He is very much. He's
no
bleeding.
no more injured than
everywhere.
I was the last time you saw me.
Right. He's the same amount of injured. He walked off rather bloody.
Yeah. In fact, now that you guys actually think about it, you kind of followed a bit of a blood trail here.
It's true.
Oh wow! You healed me for all the hit points.
Yeah,
No,
healing is now incredibly powerful.
Oh, thanks, Brixham.
Oh, but yeah.
Where'd you get the tattoo?
Technically, it's not kind of where I got it, it's how I got it.
How'd
Where
you
I
get
got it is irrelevant.
Well, I mean, you got it on your bicep.
Also true, but where in the city I got it is kind of an irrelevant question. Which I can fill you guys in on later, but maybe not in front of the whole, tavern. And I look over at the guy sitting across from me at the table. It's like, not that I don't like you, Dale.
Hey, you can speak in front of me if you like, but at the same time, I also got a tattoo that I don't like to talk about. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I go to shake Dale's hand. Nice to meet you, Dale. Where's your weird tattoo? Is it also on your bicep or is it on your butt?
I cannot show you.
It's okay.
All right.
Ah,
On your butt. Cool.
it's a welcome aboard tattoo.
Mine definitely was.
No, I don't think you understand what welcome aboard means, kid.
Especially if it's tattooed on your butt.
I didn't
The
hear
arm
a
is
no.
not a
Any-
welcome aboard tattoo.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what are you guys up to? What brings you over to the tavern?
are you talking to us, your brothers, or this man named Dale?
No, I've been talking to Dale for a while now. I'm talking to you guys. I know why Dale's
we
here.
were-
chat.
We were
Dale's a
looking for
drunk.
you. The case is all wrapped up. We're good to go.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
got
good.
Mom all in. Drug dealers arrested.
Yeah, life is good.
Awesome.
Everyone wins.
Everyone wins, except for that guy who was dealing drugs.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna go away for a long time.
Is he though? It sounded like you guys were gonna cut him a deal.
They were gonna cut him a deal. We, once again, I gotta remind you, we're not the police.
I mean, his deal might be not hanging, but
I mean, the plan is to cut him kind of. Like he's getting a reduced sentence.
I think the only deal we
'Cause-
cut him was not murdering him on site.
That's a pretty good deal,
Well,
Is it?
considering
Seemed
the
like
other
they're-
option.
only call.
I mean, joke's on him. He didn't know that we probably couldn't murder him, but
He was very close to dead. You could have killed him.
I mean,
I mean, like within the law.
Oh yeah, that's true.
before there's a scene skip, during bedtime hours, I want to cast the.
Oh, are you
fiend-
gonna read me a book?
Yes, sure. I'm gonna cast summon find familiar, which takes an hour. And so, I'm assuming
Sure.
nobody wants me to do that for an actual hour.
Nope, you have to for an actual hour. No, what are you? What are you
Yeah,
looking
but
And
for?
I need you to
RPM.
explain it
I'm gonna
all in
do-
great detail.
I'm gonna do a raven. Does it matter which one I pick it as a fae? Does anybody have any recommendations if it's like fae, celestial, or fiend?
What's your alignment?
Good.
Celestial's not a bad idea.
What
But-
kind of good? Neutral, lawful?
I think we ought to go chaotic.
Then you
Then
should
maybe
pick
Fae. You could do, yeah, Fae is usually on the chaotic side.
Fae is chaotic good a lot of the time. Not always, but
Chaotic, anything except for evil is Fae.
Can we just back up? The way Mike said, what you looking for, just immediately I pictured Ripple standing outside going like, I need a familiar, and like some dude walking up with a trench coat and just being like, what you looking for?
Familiar.
My choices
I
were
got
bat,
rats.
cat.
I got.
what you
We
buying?
do have rats.
What you buying?
I could get you a raven, but it might take
What are
me a
you
minute.
selling? I can choose a bat, cat, frog, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, rat, raven, spider, or weasel.
Oh man, how
Are you-
can you not
are you
pick a
going with
weasel
Raven?
after hearing all
Yeah.
those?
I really want the octopus, but
Why? It's
But it doesn't-
like the most useless one.
well, it doesn't make sense given that we're landlocked. But I would love to have
Exactly.
an octopus. Which is why I didn't pick an octopus.
That's smart. Good job. Okay. You get it familiar. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before they hit the long rest button? Go to sleep. Forever.
Wait,
I will
No.
take one level of exhaustion. Nice.
I
Staying
think
up.
I'm good.
yeah, I
Uh.
don't think I'll be sleeping.
But yeah, is there actually anything else wants to do?
Who still has a level of exhaustion?
No, no one does. I
No
said
one?
go to sleep forever, and they're saying they don't want to sleep now because they don't want to, go to sleep forever.
And if they didn't
Oh.
sleep, then they'd take a level of exhaustion.
Correct.
Well, whoever had a level of exhaustion, I was going to practice playing the tambourine next to them.
That's quite rude.
So that they can get more exhaustion?
Yeah.
You can never sleep. Okay, everyone can hit the long rest button.
Yes.
Slap it.
It's my favorite
it up.
rest.
Moving forward.
Okay, it's been a minute since I've played a warlock, and we just didn't. I don't think we took a short rest yet. Do I get my pact magic back on a short rest?
Yes.
All of it?
You're
Okay.
You're supposed to very
I thought-
often use
I
your
thought that was
magic.
only at a higher levels.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And I don't know where to find that on my character sheet. Because it's been probably close to 5 years since I've played a
Regain
warlock.
all expended spell slots when you finish a short or long rest.
Sweet. Okay.
Because you only ever get
Like forever?
a couple. Yeah. And you only ever get a few. You don't ever have a lot. You're supposed to use them often, and then you're
Short rest to get them back.
and then
Yeah.
short rest. Yeah.
Monk and warlock, I guess, are the short rest fiends.
And fighter.
Fighter.
And fighter, yeah.
But fighter is the fiend of everything.
Yeah. Fighter's just the best class in the game, so I
It
tend to
really
forget about
is.
it a lot, but it's just like, yeah, of course fighter's good. It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter. Okay, so you wake up the next morning and you start to make. Well, actually, so what happened last time is you said that you would go help out the North Wall. You don't have to be there the entire time, but the thought is the Vermintide is heading towards the North Wall, and they're probably going to be there in roughly about a year. So preparations are to be made. Maybe some stragglers that got there quicker might have to be defended and whatnot. You guys can obviously head back home first and then talk about what's going to happen, then go your separate ways. Gabagulio at some point needs to go to the south wall, at least for a little bit. Your
Yeah.
good friend and war criminal Commodus will probably also be at the north wall at some point to help defend.
Is this where, like, the brothers go off to war to never see each other again?
Oh,
I think so.
This is like episode 3 of that Game of Thrones thing where everybody split up immediately.
Yep.
And then people started
and,
dying.
and then everyone died. Well, not everyone. A lot of people
Mostly
died.
Sean Bean to start.
Well, yeah.
That's the thing.
He is a spoiler alert. He's a spoiler warning. By existing in a show, you know his character will die.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Ronin? He did not die in that.
Yeah, sure. But chances are. So, as you make your way back, you make your way back home just okay. You're back in the house once again. Your parents are there. Would you like, feel free to talk amongst yourself exactly when you're going to be leaving. Everyone's going to be needed at the North Wall in a year. And they actually said that there is a potential emissary from the Belmonts that'll be there in about 3 months. If we want to meet up with them and talk with them, they'll be at the North Gate.
So I go back to talk to our dad, so that
Sure.
he does, because is us signing up to fight our town's village's payment? Did that also get approved?
Yeah, the levies got approved.
I'd explain to Dad that we don't have to do the bounty hunting anymore, but we're gonna volunteer to go fight the Vermintide at the North Wall, the North Gate.
Are you sure that's what you want to do?
Well, I can't imagine that town is gonna have many of the better bounties going on. We got lucky that we didn't have to murder that werewolf, but I imagine they're gonna get dark at some point. And not cover the taxes.
You're not wrong. I just worry. Sounds like you're going off to war.
It's dangerous times.
That's not.
We're not in middle
Maybe wanted
school
for you,
anymore.
but-
We're in
No,
upper
you're,
middle school.
you're young adults at this point.
It's true.
I-
We'd be like, how many years are we since our first session?
Year?
2.
Well,
Oh no, we haven't
One
done
year.
a second jump.
One
Yeah,
and a
then
half, right?
jump yet.
Oh, this is about
No,
to be the
you're like a
second
year.
jump, though, right?
This is about to be the second jump, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
It'll
like
be about 2
6
years since special.
and change.
So we're
You're
like
6 and change right now, yeah. When you live until 30, so you're actually an adult. You are straight up just an adult.
Oh yeah, no, Thackeray are adults at 5.
You're the oldest of the bunch, technically. But no one really knows that.
You have the
My
least
first
amount of vitality left inside of you. Let's go with that.
I still
If
have
it-
hundreds of years left to live.
Is what you want. I can't. I'm not going to say no. If that's what makes the bounties not happen, you are adults now. You get to make your own decisions.
Neat.
And
But I
everyone
think
else
it's
is
for the
okay with
best.
this.
They seem
I
to
want
be.
to
I mean, we
practice my bow more.
kind of already
Hmm.
gave our word that we would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Gob-
really feel
Gob-
like
Planning on
it's
heading
much
friends
to
of
with
a
the
the
war
choice.
gate right
criminal,
away.
so I think he's gonna go to the south gate first and meet us there.
Yeah, I kind of got
Are you-
voluntold into that too. We all kind of got
Hmm.
voluntold into fighting.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to do it, we could potentially maybe talk our way out if we could.
That
I
doesn't
just
sound
worry.
wise.
Okay. Just worry.
We're into it now. We, for better or for worse, mistake or best idea ever, we're into it now.
Yes. Okay, that's what it sounds like. Okay. Use anything that I've taught you as far as fighting skills go. Keep yourself safe. Keep each other safe. I don't think it would be wise for me to join, so I'll be here.
Run safe.
I'm pretty sure we'll be safe over here.
Does he look
West
disappointed in
Washington.
us?
He doesn't look disappointed in you. He looks worried. He looks like he never wanted this for you.
Or like angry?
Sorry, that was bugging
Don't
the door.
slam the door.
No, he doesn't look disappointed or angry.
Okay.
He
we
just
should all
looks-
pick a door for a moment. I got
He
this
looks
one.
a little bit sad because he didn't want. I'm going to delete your character.
This is specifically why I don't stream the game music.
Oh, YouTube doesn't get to hear that?
No.
They don't. It's a good thing. Anyway,
It's the only noise that comes through this is bad noises. It's either the "it's your turn" thing 20 times or it's a door. That's the only thing that comes through.
you're next. It's your turn. He doesn't look disappointed. He looks sad. He looks like the feeling a parent might feel like if they failed doing is failed. They failed.
Okay. I'm gonna look at our dad and I'm gonna say, look, you didn't teach us how to fight so that we'd stay home and not help anybody. You didn't
Did teach
quit
you a
the
little
army.
bit. Defense, not actual fight.
You didn't
Yeah.
We
quit
are
the
defending.
army
We're-
because you loved inflicting pain on other people. You did it to help people. Do you want us to help people or do you want us to sit in your shadow for the rest of our life?
Do a persuasion check.
He's gruff.
Ooh.
Can I use
He's
my
gruff.
ability?
Yes.
Is your ability called being a dick? God.
He's talking directly to maybe the Space Marine side more, the old Space Marine, because he's definitely hurt a lot worse.
Yeah,
From
like,
his children.
Very tough. Not from his children. So it hits home pretty hard. But it does kind of get to him in a weird way. He does soften up a little bit. You see a little bit of a wince. And then he doesn't look as sad. And he just says, though there's no way to talk to your father like that. You are partially correct, if not correct, that you are grown-ups and you're helping and you will be okay. Just don't let the war part of it suck you in. Just defend and be safe.
that's all we committed to doing was defending and helping.
And have a fun time with Commodus. He's,
What, is he like a war criminal or something?
he's not. People think he is by the way he dresses. He actually was the one that went to the South Gate and implemented the rule that no one is allowed to kill anyone in the Colosseum. There are no deaths allowed. There are clerics on hand at all times.
That's just so that he can beat him up again.
No, if you speak to him and you actually listen to what he says, he's not that bad of a person. He just...
Why would I
isn't
get that
very
close to
objective.
somebody so horrifying?
That's what a lot of people think. I've seen a lot worse in my time, trust me.
And
He does not
I
bug me
believe
at
it,
all.
and I do not want to get next to them.
You don't have to. Just listen to him from afar. He's not a bad person. He just refuses to dress like a normal... It would be like if I walked... Well, no, because if I walked around... We're not going to talk about that. Just
He
be safe,
also
like I said, and we're
he
good.
also only agreed because he thought there would be more fighting.
Yeah, I mean, yes, he likes to fight. It doesn't make him bad person.
Anyway,
To be fair, anybody going to the Colosseum is basically fighting for sport, so like,
blood.
Exactly, but no one's dying anymore.
yeah. So I mean, it sounds like a
Maybe.
really good thing.
I mean, yes, that is a good thing, but I've got my eye on him.
You
Well,
can.
I have his eye on him.
Doesn't
I'm not
sound like
going
we have
there.
any
I'm going
reason to.
for
It sounds like he's a pretty stand-up guy who's done nothing but good things.
Did you make another best friend?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to him again.
Wait,
Give him
who's,
a talking to.
He was quite
who's going
off-putting.
south with Gabagulio other than the war criminal?
No one else has to because no one else
Got
Oh.
was
said
the only-
anything. People are allowed to. Anom technically is not supposed doesn't have to go anywhere. He can stay home. He wasn't part of any conscription.
My
He stayed
plan,
out of it.
My plan is to go back to the university for 2 months, then go to the North Gate to meet the envoy to see how our friend was doing, and then
And read 6 books.
at least 6 a day, and then go talk to the counselor from the north because he wanted to have a further follow-up conversation. Maybe study a bit while I'm up there, and get a lay of the land, and make $10 make $10 a day identifying magic trinkets.
$10 dues.
$10 dues.
Your mother would chime and be like, not a bad plan. I mean, knowledge can be very helpful here.
Yeah.
What's everyone else gonna do?
I'm afraid of Gabagulio going off on his own, so I'll go south with him to start.
If you go south, then Anam would have to go north.
I let out a very
Just to
long
fill in.
sigh of relief. That's fine. I will go north.
Okay.
I'm willing to do that for the teams.
I mean, if
Very
you really
brave of
wanted
you,
to go south, you
No,
could
no,
go south.
no. I wouldn't want to take that from you.
I didn't realize you were going south or planning on it.
I don't know that I was.
If you've already packed a trunk, like I wouldn't want to make you have to repack.
No, No, you know, my clothes are all purpose, so I can wear them wherever.
I've got 3 outfits and I'm wearing 2 of them.
Really, it's all about the color of the necktie. It really brings the outfit together.
Yep.
And I've got these glasses with a mustache on them in case I've got to hide.
Could you consider
All bases covered.
anything else?
Brixham, what are you going to be?
He's gonna head north right after like tomorrow in game and start setting up like med tents, trauma bays, getting ready for the fight.
Okay. So, as we skip ahead 3 months, what we're going to do, as also now I'm wanting to know what you're going to do when you're up north. Because you will have you some roles and set up some stuff in the background. The people in the south, people in the north. Then we'll
I'd
go
probably
from there.
like want to stick to doing like scouting runs.
Sure. What were you going to say, Keegan?
I would have said, well, I guess it's Gabagulio's choice, and then like giving him like the big thumbs up.
I give him a pat on the shoulder and I'm just like, let's go, little buddy. I mean, wait, how tall are you?
Taller than
Probably
you.
taller.
Yeah,
than
I'm,
you.
I'm fairly certain you are. I would
So-
definitely not say little buddy then.
So are 3 Creed actually small, or did you put that in by accident?
I probably put that in by accident.
Okay, you're medium, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're medium. Okay, because I was looking at your character sheet and it's like small. I didn't think that they were tiny. I thought they were medium.
What did I put in?
Hmm.
I'm 4'3".
You're a tall gnome.
Yeah. I'm on the sports ball team.
You tower over me.
You
How
really
tall
do.
is- how tall
Isn't
is
Brixham like
Freezer?
3 even or something?
3 even, yeah.
You're
That's
gonna
why I
flip-
can call him the ball. He's how big's Freezor though? I'm 4'3".
No, he's medium sized, so he'd be 5 foot or higher. He'd probably be
Okay.
around the
Okay. That'd be
that range.
Let's get going, buddy. I want to get this over with as soon as possible.
All right. Then we can get back to our friends in the north.
Let's see how the south goes
Okay.
first.
The war in the north.
We might be
Um,
stuck here a long ass time.
Yeah, they're definitely
Um,
supposed to be medium. I fucked that up.
That's fine. Ripple, you can pick a spell that you'd like to transcribe, and we can say that you've used your money to transcribe a new spell.
Ooh.
Anam, do a perception check for me to see how well you know the lay of the land around the gate. You know it pretty well. So if you're able to help them kind of figure out some good defensive spots. It's a classic castle gate, essentially. So you're able to pick out a couple spots on the battlefield past the gate where, the archers should shoot over here. If we can stop them over here, that'll stop them for a while. We can set up some traps out over here, like some sinkholes and stuff like that. Brixham, do a medicine check for me. See how good these tents are. Damn good. You know that if someone is injured or wounded, they have a spot to go back to. You're able to set up and make a good amount of medicine for even the people who aren't clerics and don't know how to use magic. They can still use the medicine that you're able to get for them to heal people up at a moment's notice. So they have a good backline. It's a good backline, good lay of the land.
Brixham over
Yeah,
here
so
like, it's called a conveyor belt. You just put the injured person on this side.
As far as the south goes, both of the two of you roll an athletics check for me.
Oh boy.
Is this for like navigating?
No,
Athletics?
it's in the
boy.
south. Yeah. I'm just curious.
Wow, all right.
Okay, so Kreezor really does a good job
Why that
practicing his
rolled with a
spell.
random +2.
Because I think you have proficiency in athletics.
Oh, I
It should
do.
be a plus. Should be a
do.
plus
All right,
one
yep.
technically, but it's
Well,
fine. It's
I
still
have a
an
+1
it
and a
still
plus-
evens out.
2. What the fuck?
Wait a
All
minute, no, your strength is 8, right? Your proficiency in athletics. It should have just been a. Oh no, right, because it's going a -1,
Yes,
and then it's
-1
adding
plus-
the 2 for
Jesus,
proficiency.
That was
so
super
it's
confusing to read. Okay. I thought that said
Okay.
+1 +2, and I was like, wow, that's
Nope.
super wrong.
You do. You kind of listen to Commodus. Both of you end up being pretty good friends with him over the time, and you hear about his whole, like, yes, he's a fighter and he's an adrenaline junkie and he loves everything about it, but he also wants to keep his people safe. And you get a good idea that he's doing some decent stuff. Kreezor, you get +1 strength. Gabagulio, you don't.
Nice.
Just a little bit low.
I
But-
got Kreezor to do my
Die.
reps too.
You got him to do your reps, and you do find out, you do think, both of you, that Gabagulio is a little bit more friends with Commodus than Kreezor. He got a little bit more on his good side, because he spent a little more time talking.
Yeah.
I get it.
I was just like, hey, Kreezor, was that 4 or 10? Better make sure. We'll say it was 4. Then I keep talking to Commodus.
Okay, so 3 months passes. Everyone heads up to the north to meet with the envoy, because Commodus would also like to be there during this time. As you... Let's change it up a little bit. We're doing listen to the same thing for a while. As you make your way... Actually, let's go to this one. There. You're on the wall, and you see in the distance, riding in, a cloaked figure with what looks kind of like a plague doctor's mask on, riding on a horse, with a long flowing cape. And even in the distance, you all
Yeah,
can see... This is a whole... Why? I don't need... Okay. They updated some stuff. That symbol on the back flowing kind of have a little go on this. And anyone who everyone knows the Belmont name would know this is the insignia of the Belmont clan. Anyone
Wow.
knows.
I would shout with excitement.
I was just giving that one to you. But sure. You especially know.
I wished it.
They come riding in. The gate opens up. They close. They get off their horse. You see that this is a person who is studded leather armor, completely armed to the teeth, daggers, whip, crossbow, everything you could possibly imagine. And you see that they have a couple packs on each side of the horse, holding other additional potential weaponry. And they get off their horse, put it off to the side a little bit, and go to greet the head of the North Town. They have a small little conversation, and they head over to the 5 of you. And they greet the 5 of you.
Oh, well, hello,
Hello.
Belmont.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
You brought enough weapons for half the town.
I mean, if you knew what's coming this way, you would know that that's not even quite enough, and we still have some work to do. But
May I make an
was told
inquiry?
about what's coming this way.
No, well, yes, but more personal.
Sure.
We recently sent a werewolf your way. I was wondering if you got him. And by recently, I mean 2
A
years
year
ago.
ago.
It's a
I was
year
gonna
to
say
3
it's a-
months.
Very long time ago.
We don't so much on the northern area. That would be more western. I come from the north. I haven't really made my way to the western walls yet. So I wouldn't know.
As a character, but it's, God damn it!
But if you sent him that way and he made it there, I'm sure that they would have taken good care and made sure he was okay. It's a bit of a process to master lycanthropy, but most of the people under the right guidance can succeed.
He seemed quite eager to not to be hurting anyone.
Every
Maybe
one
not.
of them are quite eager to not be hurting everyone. It depends on how strong they are as far as strength of soul goes. whether they can actually fight off their lycanthropy or control it.
Well, as far as strength of soul goes, he did put a 500 gold bounty on himself because he didn't want to hurt anyone anymore.
That's first time I've heard that big of a bounty. I've heard like smaller, but that he seems like he.
It was 500,
Yeah.
right?
I'm very happy. Yeah, yes, I'm very happy that you sent him to us and didn't.
I read about
Deal
it
with
in
it,
this
then.
book, and I pull out the book. I still have not returned.
No one returned. So you don't need to return the book. It's a free for all library.
I see you're familiar with that trash library.
That was not in character. But yeah, there is quite a large amount of things coming this way. I gave a little quick overview of what I think needs to happen to the leader of this town just a little bit ago, and he pointed to some people who are a bit on the extraordinary side that could potentially help with one part of my plan.
What part would that be? We're here to help.
You need me to
So-
shoot him with arrows?
That will help for at least a little bit. What I know about this place is that the sewers are a rather weak point. And what I know from little bits of you, I also did receive a letter on my way here that the sewers, if given enough thought and possibly some traps are put up and some different choke points, could also be our greatest strength. What I would like, of course, with some help, is for you to set up the sewers, and then eventually kind of go down there.
Like set up
During the
defense
fight, of
the
course. We're
sewers?
talking about, yeah, no, I mean, essentially over the next 9 months, I would like you all to
You want us to spend the
Set up.
next 9 months in the sewers?
not in the sewers the entire
We're
time,
gonna become
planning
teenage
out,
mutant
setting things up.
humanoids.
So
Turtles.
you're thinking,
Turtles? We're all turtles now.
like, make them look really appealing, lure the enemy
They-
in.
From what our guess is, they'll be going that way anyway. You just need to set it up so when they think they can easily get through it, they end up getting decimated.
Ah. We can definitely do that. Hey, Ripple, we can do that, right?
We
What
can
kind
do
of
our
numbers
best.
are we looking at?
I don't
Only
even.
10,000 men and 8,000 gold.
Are we roughly like? How many people are going to be in the sewers with us?
That's going to be up to you and the speaker as far as how many he can give you.
Scale? Or tens, hundreds, one or two?
The sewers are rather small. If you could
Okay.
use it
I
as a
know
choke
everyone's
point,
ignoring
I could. Someone would. He just thought it was such a crazy thing to ask for, and he just was like, "No." He like looked at Anam when he said that, and then turned right to Gabagoolio afterwards.
Honestly, that's fair.
If I can create choke points, I can create bonfires, so they'd have to at least run through fire to get to us.
That brings me to 2 points. First off, before I even say either of those 2 points, smart thinking, but I need you to think bigger.
I'm
First
a,
point.
We're gonna
I'm a
collapse the
low-level
sewer?
wizard.
No, first point, you are, but hear me out. First point, the fire was smart. From what we know of them, they are resistant to normal weapons, but fire they're vulnerable to.
Well, that's good.
Ooh.
Do we have
So-
any burning oil or pitch?
Do we roast them in an oven?
We can roast them in, yes, that's one of the possibilities. Also, for anyone that's worried, and he looks over back at Anam, anyone that might be worried about regular weaponry, I did bring some possible fire coating for your weapons as well. And things of that sort, which we'll get into very shortly as far as what I brought with me as far as small arms, anything big or anything that we want to create for the wall, we are going to have to kind of pull from this area's resources to create catapults and ballista that aren't already there. If you have a couple, but we'll need more, and arrows and stuff like that. But what I brought was more specialized equipment for the more specialized job, which is the sewers. Don't just think, well, I can cast a spell. Think, can I lay a trap mechanically? Can I lay it with burning pitch? Can I lay it with oil? Something like that. Don't just think about directly fighting them. Think about leading them in and then letting them trigger things so that they burn alive.
All right. Well, I'm going to use my alchemical knowledge, and I'm going to figure out what pitches, resins, and tars we can gather and make in this region.
I will definitely forage for that.
Sure. And at this point, he pulls the couple of things he has off of his horse, and he pulls out of the bag. You see, he has some fire coating vials that he hands out to. I think Anam's the only one that has actual physical weaponry at the moment.
I
Everyone else
technically
is-
have a rapier.
But do you have it as a packed weapon for the rapier?
I
You're physical
technically
too,
don't have a packed weapon. I technically imbue my weapon with spells.
Okay. So then
it's
he
a-
has 3 vials, and it works great.
Okay. I was gonna say it's technically a regular weapon until I do True Strike or Green Flame Blade or anything like that to it.
Gotcha. So he has 3 fire coating vials. Now, the way that these work is they change your damage to fire. It applies and it stays for 10 minutes, and it adds 2d4 fire damage. Now,
Okay.
with these, and in future encounters, you can learn to make these with either a brewer's or an alchemist kit, because these are... The Belmonts have learned to use things other than oil, because oil bases can be some kind of hard to go by. A lot of things they do actually have alcoholic bases to it, because alcohol with the brewer's kit and the fact that you can grow the bases for it is a little bit easier to come by.
Damage question.
So it's a quicker burn. Yeah.
Does it do the full amount as fire damage or just the 2d4 as fire?
The full amount is fire damage. Yeah,
Okay.
it changes the whole thing and adds a little bit. It's a quicker burn. That's why it's 10 minutes. Usually an oil is like an hour, and you can use it between, for a full dungeon. This is a quick burn. It does more damage. It does more damage, and it lasts shorter.
Action economy, how do I apply it? Action?
Yeah, you apply it as an action to a weapon. You can do 1 vial can work for 2 daggers as well if you're doing small weapons. But anything like, you can put it on the head of a mace and it still would work, kind of.
Look, I know daggers are small, but it's about how you use them.
I mean, okay, now it only applies to 1 dagger. Thanks, Keegan.
We don't have to go with that one.
And the way this is going to work as far as also impacting and kind of setting things up for potential future sessions, you can, like I said, you can make these, but also, like, if you spend the time, if we have some downtime, if we have, depending on how long downtime, to research an oil base and find oil and make different bases for these. This is just like the basic thing. Just the alcohol base. But you guys can take the time if you'd like to in future sessions, just to think of, because I'm adding a lot of different things you can do with kits in downtime as we go further in.
Sounds awesome, and I can't wait to use it into the future. I know personally that I will have no need for them once I hit my next level.
Right.
but-
The oil is honestly the least useful thing out of anything being given, because Brixham is not going to do a lot of damage. He's going to be healing most of the time, and Gabagool is going to get magic on his weapon at some point, which is why I started with it.
So I'm
Then
very
he
excited
pulls
to
out.
continuously use that.
But if something's resistant to psychic damage, you could use a dagger and coat it
True.
with something. So that's kind of as a backup. Then he pulls out a series of tablets. These are called tablets of the Pyromancer. And what these can do is each tablet can change up to 3 spells to a fire type if you use it as a focus.
Neat.
Is it consumed?
And these, it is consumed on 3 charges. It is done.
I-
These,
Probably don't need that, but I will listen to the
Oh.
story.
I mean, you're not always going to use chromatic orb or something. You can do some cooler things with it. And also, it works with Gabagulio's spells.
Oh, then Gabagulio should get it because I have.
Yeah.
How many do we get?
You get one, so it's only one of these tablets.
Okay.
Because Ripple's
Yeah, I
got so many spells.
Yeah,
much
I think Gabagulio should get it.
Yeah, because I only have Hellish Rebuke as fire damage, and then Witch Bolt. Yeah.
I have.
Now these, I'm gonna put all these notes, by the way, in the channel so that you guys can like get uses as far
I
as
was gonna say
in the
that
future.
this was a lot, and I stopped taking notes because
This is a lot.
I gave up.
These tablets, you can make them of any elemental kind, and they can be made by someone with a carpenter's kit or a stoneworker's kit. If you etch them onto wood or if you etch them onto stone.
I really
Essentially,
regret not choosing the
Now-
type that can change their proficiency
Now,
on the trance.
I will also tell you that'd be kind of cool. I will tell you that you'll get, since this is kind of in the introductory phase, before we get into the meat and potatoes of the whole thing, you're going to get a chance to gain one more proficiency in a kit. Because I'm telling you all of this, and I know that some people might be like, oh, I wish I had taken this kit. This seems really cool. You do get one more chance. So don't
fret.
feel sad. Don't feel sad.
You can't tell me how to.
No, don't feel sad.
Now we're all going to be aggressively sad, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well,
Sad boy
I mean, is that the name of the group? Do we just find a name for the group?
Sad Boy
Jesus,
Society,
no, please.
SBS. We all have teardrop tattoos.
No, I still have the 6-finger
Is mine
dance.
just sharpied onto my
you can-
carapace?
I whispered to Gabagulio, you know you can have more than one tattoo.
I gotta talk to a guy about that.
Do you ever tell anyone about anything over the 3 months? I completely forgot about that. I'm sorry I glazed over that.
I don't know. It depends.
Do you have
if
any talks
anyone
with
phones
Creaser?
that.
They just,
Creaser said anything?
we just existed silently together for 3 months.
Yeah.
I would have. I mean, I may have been okay with Ron Swansoning him. I'm not really sure. Depends how he was behaving.
Would Creaser have asked over the 3 months about that sick tattoo?
Ta-ta.
Tattoo.
I would have maybe asked if he would let me get one. Like a cool
that's-
lion head or something, or
I mean, this isn't really that kind of tattoo. Like, I got it impossibly fast.
Did you get jumped in?
You're not here.
That's fair.
oh, clip that.
What are you, Clippy? You're just always
That's one of
around.
those. That's one of those things I wish you had to animate, because then you just have a Ripple come in and then disappear in a smoke. That's fair, and then just gone.
Also, I'd like totally hallucinate him coming in anyway.
Yeah.
You're not here.
100%.
I mean, sorry, Creaser.
Oh, that's okay.
It's not quite that kind of tattoo. I got it impossibly quick. And it,
Well, I would
did-
let you draw one on me if you wanted.
Do you want me to draw one on you, Creaser?
Maybe.
Okay, so I guess Creaser also comes back with a 6-fingered hand.
I would.
Is it bad?
I would do my. I will.
Can mine be 3 fingers? Because I only have 3 fingers on my
Wait,
hand.
how many fingers do you have on your hand? You
3.
said you have 3.
I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Okay. Then
I'm pretty sure Tiger are 3.
I will. I will draw
I
something.
do a sleight of hand check because I'm curious to see how good your drawing is just in general.
Well, I'm freehanding it in paint, so do you still want me to roll for it?
I mean, you know what? Sure, let's not roll for it then. Let's just see how good. This is
I'm
exactly
not-
what it's going to be.
I'm not
Yeah,
really
3 fingers.
Oh no, no, I'm not letting you pick. Hold on.
I was
And I'm
confirming
also-
how many fingers I have, though.
I'm
Took
also,
me that long to count them.
I'm also not looking at my tattoo for a reference.
Hmm.
So I've just kind of guessed at what I think it probably looks like. Except I've made it a 4-finger version because that's one more than you have, just like me.
Excellent.
And
So Freezer would have also come back with this.
it's like that's
Absolutely
what you
perfect.
get is kind of like I'm assuming I didn't like butcher you in the process.
No, it's just on the carapace. He's got a hell of a shell.
Can you tattoo a carapace?
I don't know.
He just chisels it in a little bit.
Yeah, it'll
You
grow in
etched-
eventually.
You etched him?
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
an adult.
right.
He can make his own decisions.
And now we're all back, and he comes in. Cruiser was also apparently there with that
All right.
on his shell.
Can I roll now a history check to see the tattoo now that they're
Sure.
multiplying?
Are you going off of Kreezors or Gabagoolians?
No,
Because
no,
one's
that-
with disadvantage.
No, Kreez.
Yeah, I as well.
Kreezors is what's causing me to have suspicion on Gabagulio's tattoo.
Sure, sure. Both of you
Wow.
can roll it. Wow.
I have no idea.
Bricks
History.
him.
I'm gonna give myself a little guidance.
Sure. Guys.
I'm
This is
muted.
funny.
I'm also curious.
Sure. Is Frank gonna be the one? Oh my god. He's the one. You would know that the 6-fingered hand is the symbol of Grast, the demon lord.
Are you guys starting a cult?
No?
Are you guys expanding a cult?
No?
Then why do you have a demon lord hand on you?
I show him the book that now that we all know that this is Grast and I'm a warlock of Grast, that we can clearly all notice that symbol was also on this book the whole time, but nobody put two and two
Everyone
together.
looks at it and is like,
You lied. You said that was a
That
cookbook.
makes sense.
That's why you had a. That's why you had a spatula. That's why
I-
you fight with a
I
spatula.
open it up and I read recipes from it. There are
It is also
recipes
a
in this
Sounds
book.
good.
It's both.
It's got recipes for abyssal demonic chicken and how to use cheese monster
He's elemental.
ectoplasm as a cheese sauce. And a couple other really messed up recipes that we'll never get the ingredients for.
Boy, that is a face only a mother could love.
I didn't
you're
ask for
adopted.
this book, it came to me.
Not your face.
Just
Here's looking at the
that
picture.
too.
Oh shoot. What do we got? Oh, there it is.
How do you have no mouth and buck teeth?
Can we not just
It's,
focus on the sick tattoo that he's got now?
Yeah,
Sorry, the face really detracts from anything else.
It's
amazing
true, I
we-
could have gone bolder with the lines, but it was hard. He kept moving and it was a chisel and I didn't want to hurt him.
I have to rub charcoal in it in the mornings too. Like,
Anywho, I suppose I should begin my field study learning what's flammable around here.
Before you do that, he does
Okay.
pull out one more thing. The third
Neat.
thing on his back.
Secret
this-
third thing.
It's not a secret, believe it or not.
Secret third thing.
It was never a secret. This
Secret third thing.
is called a flamethrower with a burst mod on it.
What?
So
Whoa.
the way this works, because there is forms of technology in this world, and yes, the Belmonts would have access to some of the more good things at taking out larger groups. It's a flamethrower. The way it works is it has a wide nozzle, and once again, because they don't have the ability to easily make gasoline or oil or anything like that, it is an alcoholic-based thing that bursts out in a 15-foot cone. It's DC 14 dex save, deals 4d6 fire damage, and it costs a canister. So it's a canister per, and this one comes with 3 canisters. Essentially, it's like a mini cone of fire that just happens. Like,
How many flamethrowers do we get?
one,
Oh,
these cost some stuff. And 3 canisters. 1 and 3 shots.
So, how does it work mechanically? Can that get sneak attack on it?
It's not an attack because of the way it works with the save. I don't think you can get sneak attack on saves. It's a cone as
okay.
opposed to
Yeah,
actually
no,
just
you wouldn't
hitting
be able
someone.
Yeah, no. Okay, so yeah. Maybe give that to Brixham?
His eyes kind of light up a little bit. Is the pack as big as I am?
So like gnomes
The-
love to tinker with shit. This is technology. He could kind of
This
use
seems
a
like-
burst like this anyway.
this is the hypocritical oath, not the Hippocratic oath, apparently. Our field medic has a flamethrower.
The
He hopes
All
to
things
never have to use
thing-
his healing.
the whole thing ends up, the whole package is a little bit larger. The actual way it's modded is the canister that goes on the side of it, that it's fuel, isn't a pack on your back. It's actually attached to the side, so for quick reloading, essentially, or near. It's angled so that it can kind of flow into the gun, and you literally hit the burst, and then you can pop another canister in, pop one out, pop one in.
How many shots is in a canister?
3. There's 1 shot per canister. It does 4d6 fire damage, so it lets out
Okay.
the entire canister in 1 shot. But there's three canisters. The way this would work as far as kits go is you can make more canisters with either alchemy or brewer's kits. It takes 3 weeks to make 1 canister or 5 months to make 6.
So, if we did give it to Brixham, how does this work in a turn where
That math
like
was super off.
That
How
was
does he-
wrong.
how does he
It's
pull
supposed
it
to take
up and
4
take
weeks
it
to
down?
make 1, but 5 months to make 6. It takes
There we
shorter to make a full batch. I don't know. 4 weeks. What? So it's an action.
An action to use it, or like
And-
an action to get it up, and then you have to do it next turn?
So it's an action to use it. It's meant to be lighter weight, like
Okay.
with the burst mod.
Okay.
This is one of the things that you will be getting over this adventure, where if someone has Tinkerer's tools, you can do research over time and find different things. This can have a different nozzle on it so that it isn't burst and it can be used over a period of time, different fuels, that kind of thing.
Turn it into a
But this-
blunderbuss.
Well, I mean, it kind of is a blunderbuss. It's the closest to a blunderbuss that a flamethrower will ever be at the moment.
I think that's a good weapon for Brixham, because I think
It's a front line. Yeah.
We flip it around so it launches the canister and it's basically a rocket launcher.
No.
Dude.
But yeah, it's a wide. So a modification you can get for it is if you want to make it a narrower nozzle, it would shoot a line as opposed to a burst. There is one. Ooh, I'm really happy I remembered this because it is burst mod and it is using alcohol as a source. If you roll a 1 on it, it backfires.
All right.
There's a lot of rules like that with any form of D&D guns. There is some form of either jamming or possible backfire.
What's the backfire mechanic in this instance?
So the backfire mechanic for this is you take 2d6 fire damage. You take half the fire damage on it with a dex save. If you succeed on a DC 12 dex save, then you take no damage. If you fail it, then you take 2d6 fire damage as it bursts back at you.
Okay. Worth it.
It is worth it. It's a cone that you can use. You only have 3 canisters at the moment. It's only 3 shots, but they're 3 good shots.
I look at it. Could this be magic powered? Become magic powered?
Yeah. With forms of Tinker.
Tinker's
If you
Tools?
like say, yeah, it would be Tinker's tools. Essentially, as far as modifying this goes,
Magic power.
Having
and
someone with
what are you,
Tinker's
what are you
is bad.
thinking here?
I would be thinking turning this, doing less. I guess. Well, maybe I don't want to.
well, you can
mean,
so
like
say what
filling
you
it with
want to do, and then
spells, or
I
do you
can
mean, like,
ask you
you
as far
holding
as
it
the
in
mechanic
front?
goes.
like this would obviously be weaker because firebolt is weaker, but having it
Mhm.
be firebolt charged instead of canister charged.
So yeah, that could
Right.
reduce the damage if you can find a way to house a firebolt.
Like,
then you could end up.
Basically, I would be using the gun portion, not the canister portion, to cast Firebolt through a staff and then do an arc instead of a single target, or like a
So you would-
cone.
You could do it. It would do less damage, and it would take time to figure out how to put the fireball in without it imploding the weapon itself, because fireball has an impact to it. But
No,
you could.
Firebolt. But I could also
Firebolt. Sorry, the firebolt still has an impact to it. So it's the same thing as like. You could also eventually, if you take a very long time, figure out to make it fireball powered as well. But that already has a radius, so I don't think it's as necessary.
I'm just waiting for something like finding a ring of spell storing and trying to like zip tie it to the end of the gun or something.
What if we
I'm thinking,
overloaded
you
it with
cast
healing
fireball
magic?
in.
Also, that right there. The healing magic also a possibility. If you figure out a way to make a magic trigger somewhere in there so that it doesn't like so the gun can use it because it's not made to use magical energy, you could overload it with possible different spells.
Then we could cause a healing explosion.
Use when I give you these things, feel free to tell me what you think and as long as it's not like I want to use power word kill on this thing for free. Then I'm probably gonna allow it.
Well, there goes my idea.
Know that I always want to do that.
I want to do an AoE power word kill.
Yeah. The downside will be is that now it's AoE and it's now non-targeted. So if you're in the AoE,
No, if it backfires, it just kills your whole party who's behind you.
Each additional target halves the save.
Yeah. These are risks I'm willing to take.
Some
For
of you
you.
may die.
It's not may at that point. Some of you will die.
Yeah.
I mean, talking
Yeah,
to
just
us
guaranteed.
specifically, we know that the enemy might die. I don't think we're expecting ourselves to die from the backfire.
Speak for yourself.
I don't like this anymore.
Okay.
You should be more
So that's-
excited about living.
Oh,
Give me one good Reese.
I can't, but you should.
that is all that this Belmont has with them. They are always here for questions if you have any questions. It is a very large horde of Skaven. That is what makes up the Vermintide. They did say that they were able to deal with the backlines so they can stop reinforcements, but the bulk of them will end up crashing into here. It is slightly unusual that they would be this organized to go for a safe zone, but they do see, like, this is where they're going. This is where they're beelining.
Are they organized, or does it just seem like a pack is going this way?
They seem to be organized in some way, yes. Which the Belmont this is a Belmont that literally is on the zone that borders where the Vermintide is, where the Skaven have mostly taken home or taken residence. They, through study, would know that they're usually not that organized because they usually have a lot of infighting. But these, not so much.
Wait, so
Alright, let's
did we not get anything that we could line the sewers with?
No,
Well,
I'm
you can
gonna
get
go,
like pitch
gonna go
and tar and
find-
something. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go find natural occurring sources of pitch, tar, oils, and resins that burn. Also,
can I
I'm
s-
going to see if I can't find underdark poison ivy, and we're just gonna grow it in the sewer. Prepare to itch.
fuck that. We put it all 2 days out, so they camp and have to wipe their asses with it.
I don't think that rats wipe their butts.
They might.
They have.
In
Yeah,
my
they're organized
in
now.
my
They
head
have-
canon, Vermintide rats poop like wombats in little dry cubes.
I can give you guys.
I think that's just canon.
Yeah, it's funnier that way.
But yeah, so this is the sewers. You can go walk around. I can't take the walls away and then put them back for when the battle actually happens. So you guys do kind of have to walk around to figure out the layout of it generally. It has a central block in the center of it. You can go left and you can go right. The left and right areas that close off to the sides are just kind of gates that go like a little tiny opening. They're not gonna be able to get through that. There's another tiny opening to the left. There is one person who lived in the north gate for a long time ago, near the beginning of its creation, that wanted to be buried near the sewers. And so there is a burial area off into the northeast. But that is where they would be coming through. This is not as open at the moment. During the battle, it gets open a little more, but it is a weak point. You could try and reinforce it and stop them for a little bit, but the general consensus is they are going to get through at some point. And as far as traps and whatnot that you want to set, you can do things. That wall not actually there.
Are there any
found a
repercussions?
secret.
He's in a wall. He's in a wall.
I thought it might be a secret.
Are there
I
any
mean, technically, no.
repercussions to like taking a part of the sewer out? Like, are there any real repercussions, or is that considered like a
Be
strategic?
rebuilt. It's a little bit unfortunate. The timing can be a little bit unfortunate because it can be a bit time consuming.
Like,
but
I'm wondering if
it
we
can
were to
be
like
rebuilt.
set off some kind
If
of
it's
an
life or
explosive
death.
charge here. Could we force them to come
No!
down, straight
Secret.
down, kind of thing?
I had found it. I found the secret.
So you could. They would say you definitely can. If it's like, if you think that cutting off a portion, it'll take a good chunk of explosives. So I want a group. We're gonna do a group survival check to see as far as materials go. It is a total, so don't worry if you have a low survival. You're not going to bring things down.
Good.
Can I guide
Somebody.
it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's getting guidance?
One person can get guidance.
Hit me with them guidance.
Yeah, don't waste it on me.
Alright, Krizor. Guidance.
It's additive. It doesn't
Fine.
matter who gets
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
who
but I'm
gets it.
already
Does it
I'm
give it
rolling so
Krizor?
low.
See,
could
it
roll
matters.
one.
Matter. It's
Krizor.
additive to
Krizor's
all of it.
holding us up.
Okay.
I disappear into the underbrush for like 8 hours and come out just dragging
Loaded with everything.
like a whole just pile of debris wrapped in like thorns and scraped up chunks of pine boughs that are like dripping sap.
He's become one with the sewer.
So, you got a total of 62. So you can do 62 things. Just kidding.
Oh,
Any
baby.
basic...
Start
Any
combat. you get
basic
62
trap-
actions.
No. So the way this is going to work is in these sewers, any basic trap, like burning tar, ball bearings, tripwire, anything like that takes 5 points. Anything... The explosion... Can you please stop breaking this?
No, I have to learn.
Get back in the map. Get back in the map.
Delete them.
I can't leave. It would take 20 points to destroy... No, sorry. It would take 30 points to destroy a tunnel.
Cool, we can destroy 2 tunnels and they can't get in.
And then they
we
can't
have 2
get in.
points to play with.
There you go. It is suggested that this will also, if you set this up right, will thin the horde a little bit if you can
Yes.
kill them in here instead of just stop them. Because if
Yeah.
they stop from coming in, they would just flow back out. and-
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. If we were to take out this tunnel, we could have an easier choke point time fighting them down here because they can't spread out and try to get behind us. And
Well, what I'm thinking is that each tunnel, if we could put barricades up so that they get one wide at the end. So like because if they're coming down in big groups, but then they can only come through one at a time. I can cast bonfire on the ground, and if we have the flammable objects on the ground, it will light the rest of the tunnel.
so if we blew up this tunnel, we could set this tunnel on fire with a funnel point of 1 over here. Do we have enough points for that? We might be able to do all that. And then we force them to run down, and when they're all stuck in this hallway, we can catch them all on fire, and they can only come out one at a time at the bottom, where we'll smack them up anyway.
So you said blow up, which is 30 points. You're left with 32. You. Then what did you want to set up for traps? So the
Hold
way
on,
it works.
Which tunnel are we leaving alone?
So I want to blow up this tunnel here because we said we think they're going to come in from here or even here. So
From
like
they're not going to come in through the tomb. The thought is they're
if
coming
this
through the
tunnel
entrance.
here is blown up, then it doesn't really matter. This here becomes a non-issue, and then we could set this tunnel here on fire.
So the way it works is every 15 feet is the 5 points, because I need to think about how much like tar you put down. You can get 15 feet of burning ground for 5 points.
So
You also could like combine it and do like ball bearing. It would be 5 points per each, but like ball bearings that lead into a burning
I would think
pitch
that you'd
or a trip wall.
you'd ditch this tunnel right here, and then we would all have just the one right on the left or the right. It doesn't matter to me which one.
Yeah, because
So
they're
whether
not
the-
coming through the tomb, so
Yeah, we
you'd
only have to worry about this.
tank either the left or right.
Well, we can't tank this one because that's how they're coming in.
That's not how they're
Remember
coming. You specifically
They're not
said
coming
they're
in from the tomb.
Let me. You haven't seen this yet. This is how they're coming in. This one. This is the big entrance.
Oh,
They're not coming
sorry,
into the
sorry,
tomb
guys.
because you can't get through
yeah,
that. No.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah.
The tomb is just it's a a little area. It's a room that if you
Then
needed
we
to,
can't do
it's-
this one
yeah.
because then they'll just leave if we do this one.
So we just do this hallway right here, and
yeah,
then they can
and
only
then we
come
light
one
them on
path.
fire in this hallway.
So
Yeah.
if we blow up this, we can control them through 3 separate individual, or several separate individual things. They'll never split. They'll just funnel up. So how much does it cost to get like a barricade?
A barricade, if I'd ever be 5-2.
Is there
Anything
any way
basic
out
like that.
over here? Like if they came in this way and then they got to here, could they get
No.
out over here anyhow?
No.
Okay.
You could make it into a kill box if you can funnel them in there.
So
No, I just meant like they're not going to be able
or
to
you
run
can-
away if they get caught on.
No,
fire,
no,
and
they
then
can't
not
run away
come
from
down.
there. No, that's no.
Okay.
Because I was thinking that
could we infill
would...
this and make it look like it's collapsed tunnel, but it's really just a barricade? Like
I can put up an illusion.
throw some trees down and throw some dirt on it and make it look like it caved in.
I don't want.
So
them
if
to
they
figure
thought
that
it
out.
was caved in, they wouldn't go in that. Then they wouldn't go in the sewers at all. They'd be like, "Oh, this isn't actually a weak point."
He means right here though.
Just-
at this
yeah,
Oh,
just
to the
on those-
right. Sorry.
Yeah,
You-
sorry.
You could make a fake. You could try like with minor illusion and with
Instead of
survival
blowing it up,
combined,
just like barricade.
just make it look fake,
Yeah, rather
and then
yeah,
you'd
rather
have more
than
points to set up.
actually destroying the tunnel.
There is a chance. So you
Okay.
know that Skaven are not super intelligent, but I mean there are some of their leaders might realize that it's fake.
What if we were to set up an
You go down that route?
explosive charge under all that debris so we can take it
If
down
they
we
get
have
there?
to?
So that would be 30
Fire?
points still
Yeah, little
Yeah.
bouncing Betty.
because you need the charge, but it would be so that you also like. Yeah, it would still be 30 points, but you could definitely still set it up.
Yeah,
So they might
I
have
like
more
that
people run
solution.
over it or whatnot. Yeah. You also could set it up so that it's set up. You could have a magic trigger with
Actually, could we?
where if they funnel in through here, they get most of the way. Can you see my cursor? Yes, you can.
Could
Yeah.
They get most of the way to like here, and then you trigger it, and it could bury them if you wanted to do that as well.
Could we
Very
fill
well there.
this with like dead trees and light it on fire?
You could use that. It's
And would that be cheaper?
15. So it's 15 feet. The way it's going to work is 5 points per 15 feet of trap.
So what tunnel?
So
what tunnel are we
it costs
blowing up?
about the same.
If you do the whole thing, yes. You also could do a little bit less feet and have an extra 5 points if you wanted to save it. And it's the right tunnel that they were looking as far as this. And that, but all maybe blowing it up, Nick. The talk was either blowing it up or trying to set it up or not.
So we could just set this 15 feet here on like, is it a cube or is it just like straight? So like, could I get like this 3
You
by
could
3
set it-
cube
you could
here
set the
for
whole thing
15?
on fire. If you're gonna put dead trees in the water, they're probably not gonna stay lit. But if you do put a pitch, yeah, I would let you do the cube. Because
if, we were to light
if not,
that
then
area
you would
on
just put the
fire-
path on fire, then they would just go
I
into
just
the
don't
sewer
want them.
waters.
If they're going to be activating in swarms and not caring about death of their numbers, I'm just worried they're still going to get behind us.
You do know that Skaven
yeah.
do not carry about death of their fodder. There are specifically, I'm going to tell you, Skaven slaves that are considered completely,
Yeah.
just complete fodder.
So like, if we don't actually hard seal
Yeah, I'm
one
I'm-
of them,
I'm with
they're
you
just
here.
they will go through.
That's what I was. Yeah, that was my fear as well. I think I don't think we can. Yeah, I think we gotta cave it.
And then fight the one long tunnel and set
Yeah.
up the traps in the one long tunnel.
Yeah. One thing we may want to consider though, if we could be delicate with our blast and only blow it up this much, this could be more of a filter room for things that can't get through this way. Or is that way we can filter more in from the top? That would mean we'd have to fight more of them, but that'd be less that they're fighting topside because they might just pool into over here. But I don't know if that's a
So
good
as
thing.
far as controlled blast, I would let someone. I think it'd be sleight of hand to set the detonation, to set how much powder's in it, and depending on that, depends on the size of the collapse tunnel.
I got you. I've done a lot of digging.
Whoever's gonna do is
And
gonna
Nom
get guided.
also probably has really good sleight of hand as a rogue.
You might know.
Oh, yes, I do. That is true.
But yeah,
Good
some one
guidance.
person can do sleight of hand to fill the bomb,
Sure, I'll
And
give
if-
that a shot.
and then depending on how it is, I would let you choose how much you want to actually blow up. So it's gonna blow up a minimum. Let me see before I just say a number and then it's useless. It's gonna blow up a minimum of 40 feet. So it's not gonna be the full tunnel, but you were a little bit heavier handed than you wanted to be. But still, yeah, it won't blow up the full tunnel either way you do it. But it'll blow up it will stop them from coming in. It just isn't gonna blow up the whole 65 feet of tunnel.
Guys, I think this will work for what we need it.
Perfect.
All right. So it'll be something like that.
Is that 40 feet?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it?
If you place it essentially in the middle of that, it'll blow up 20 feet on either side. And go.
Love it. So how do we detonate? I guess we would detonate this like now, like way ahead of time.
You can detonate it ahead of time.
Ahead of time.
It wouldn't be now, but like let's say there is a large mass of them. There's a really good chance that
How long until
you'll
they
know
get
the
here?
day of.
Like days?
Now it's 9 months.
9 months. Yeah.
You're
so,
currently
like,
at the 3 month, and you're setting up for 9 months total. You have 9 months of setup to.
the day it starts, we'll cave it.
Yeah, you don't have to cave it any earlier than that.
We want people's sewers to work.
So how much
until
for
then.
5 feet of barricade?
For like 5 feet, I would let you. I would say 2 for 5 feet of barricade. Because if everything's 5 or 30, then the math doesn't work out. 2 for 5 feet of barricade.
I would
Or
do...
5 points for 15 feet of barricade.
Okay, so this would be 15
No, just
feet of barricade separately. I
I
would
just
do
defeated
that.
the entire
prevent
reason I
archers-
made it too.
That would prevent archers from shooting at us. But
It would be
also,
3/4. Yeah, you could do 3/4 cover barricade.
Can we drag a bunch of brambles in and like
difficult terrain.
just like
You could difficult terrain the walkways. Yeah.
basically cool deal. If you're gonna walk through here, you're crawling over thorns.
So you could, one of you can do a survival check to see how many brambles you could get, and then it would be.
Freeze our with
Guidance.
guidance.
I'll help you.
I run into the woods again.
It'd be 2 per 5 feet of brambles. Because god damn it, we're gonna use up all of these points. So you can get a total of 40 feet of brambles total that you can just put on any of the walkways. And if you do them, yeah, so you can get 40 feet total, which would be, sorry, math, 8, 2, 16 if you wanted to use all of the 40 feet of brambles. 16 points.
I mean,
It is a thing also, if you're going to put pitch anywhere, that would burn it would burn it up. So I mean, I would put it at points that aren't going to be pitched. You could do burning bramble.
Could I use my poisoner's kit to make like little gas bombs?
Sure.
Smoke some sort of smoke or something.
You know, so smoke would be good for vision. You also know Skaven are very resistant to poison and disease.
That's maybe some smoke then. At certain
Yeah.
points, we can they can be set off.
You also could use some time, so you could do smoke. So do
Put them on
a
like a
alchemy kit roll for me. 'Cause you can definitely do the smoke. Let's see if you can do anything. Poisoner's kit. Okay, so you was it. I don't know why it was private.
I don't know what that's.
But so you definitely make the smoke, but that's all you can make from the poisoner's kit.
set up like a tripwire here, so when they round the corner, they lose vision and they can't see us at the other end of the tunnel shooting at them.
You could set up a tripwire to the smoke bomb, yeah.
I can attempt to do that.
Sure, we can slide a hand in the tripwire to the smoke bomb. With guidance.
Guidance, of course.
You
Show
get a
'em,
little
like,
bit of that guidance.
right here.
You're able to do it, and you're able to hide the tripwire pretty well. It would
Okay.
take a pretty good eye to see the tripwire, and the smoke bomb will definitely go off, and it'll create, essentially it's going to be like a fog cloud. It's 20-foot cube of smoke fills in the area. It's a sewer, so it's only like 10 feet high if you're wondering as far as height goes. It's not a big, not very high.
The day before the invasion starts, I'd like, if I could, cast funeral rites on this corpse over here, so we can't become undead for the battle.
Sure. I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Okay, so we
Who
have...
made this circle?
Hi.
Can we move it to like over here?
Is it smoke bomb?
Yeah. So that it gets them when they round the corner, no matter where. Yeah. Now they can't see the
Alright.
end at all.
You got the 30 points there. We have 15 feet for the wall there. We have... Those are 15 feet, which is 5. That's 35 points. What are the things around... What are the things across the sewers? Please.
Brambles.
So that's brambles, okay. So you're using 30 feet of your 40 feet every 5. I mean, this is what calculators are for, folks.
Yeah, I'm not doing that math.
Minus 5. Okay. So you'd have 15 points left after
And
what's set up.
So I guess that's where we would set up the fire, right?
So you could do a total of 45 feet total of burning pitch if you use all the rest of the points.
That wasn't what I wanted. Do you want to stack the pitch like in here?
So I wasn't sure if we wanted to do it there or if we wanted to do it here. It all depends on where we want to fight. Like, do we want to be way back here so we have the most amount of distance on them?
And so
Or-
you can strategic retreat.
Or do we want to be right here and kind of exactly pull back?
Well, I think if we know where the tripwire is for the smoke bomb,
Yeah, we know the tripwire is here.
we could, I mean, we could even just not detonate this blast till the day of, and somebody could just run that way, lead them through, blow it up, and drop some ceiling on some of them, and meet us back around the other side.
That seems.
And we could.
Not that it wouldn't work, but I think if they get the drop on us or they roll high in initiative, that doesn't work. That's my only.
I'm gonna
fear.
move.
If
I'm gonna
we
move that
drop
block
this,
to where Kreezor is standing, so that way, because I think I'm gonna hide behind the back one.
if we drop the tunnel the day before, I could minor illusion up over here to make it look ruined, so they'd funnel down to us on the left side.
I think they'll funnel down to us regardless. It just takes longer.
I don't think
I
we
don't
want the minor illusion because we want that room over there. Like we did that so more of them will get in here. And I think if we
Yeah, we want them to spill up and take time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I don't think we want to set it off the day of,
Like,
like when they're there, because that just
Right.
that just seems like
Too risky.
too high a chance of someone getting killed.
like even as close to an hour before I'm okay with, but when we can see them, that's too late because they could roll before us.
I'm assuming I cannot cast a bonfire on the water tiles.
What about pitched water tiles?
The ones over there pitched, yeah, you could cast it on, but no, not in the normal. It is magical fire. I would allow it. 'Cause it's not. Yeah, it's made by magic. It's not like it's normal
Yeah.
fire.
That works for me then, because my plan is to sit here in the middle 3/4 cover, and then cast bonfire between the other two 3/4 cover, and hopefully have our two quote-unquote mainliners cover them as they come out one at a time, and every guy who comes through
We're
has
on
to
top
walk
of each
through
other.
bonfire. I can't move, so it's his fault.
No, it's your fault.
You were
Can
being
you move
mad
now?
earlier, so
He told me to explore the map, and
Oh, okay.
I found the back rooms.
You did. You found the way. You found the back room.
that's why Kreezor had to hold you down.
Let's see, where are we
Um,
distance-wise here? We're 60 feet. I can spells from here.
Do you need to be line of sight for bonfire, or can you cast it line of sight and then run?
It's 60 feet. But I was
A
hoping that we
bonfire on the
would
ground that you can see within range till the spell ends. The magic bonfire until the spell ends. Okay, so it's 1 minute. It doesn't say that it goes away when you don't see it.
Correct.
So
So
My
yeah,
plan-
you could
my
be
plan-
chilling out over here with us, cast it.
We're not gonna. Why are we not going to use the first pinch point? Are we? Nobody's gonna be up here. Otherwise, there's no point in the pit. There's no point slowing them down and using the pinch point up here where nobody's gonna be posted.
So I originally thought we were going to pinch them down here so they had to stand in the fire. I'm kind of seeing your pinch point now.
Yeah.
We do have points left, right?
if you do not if you do the 45, the full 45
So-
of pitch.
So I could take the flamethrower to that forward point.
And we
'Cause
can
I-
use it up.
So
Here.
you could use it up there, because I can move faster than anyone, I believe, at this point, just because I can bonus action dash.
I can also bonus action dash. I have expeditious retreat if I want to use it.
I walk
Right,
at
but I can just
40.
but I can just do it for free.
But I was planning on being up here casting away until it's no longer safe to do so.
Okay. Well, you could
And
both
then
be up here.
Yeah.
leaving a bonfire.
I'm gonna be
for-
where I was gonna be where Brixham is standing, behind the back 3/4 cover, and if we were no longer holding the line, I was going to tactically leave.
I like it.
Tactical retreat.
funnel them down just so that, yeah.
Then get him on the next one, then get him on the next one, then get him on the next one, and then we did our best. Directed by Christopher Nolan.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Music by Hans Zimmer.
I think in that case, we probably wouldn't want a full 45 feet of fire. But something like 30 something feet,
Then you'd
And
have
then-
5 points left.
a wall or something just to slow them down a little bit coming out of the fire.
You could do barricade.
I'm assuming there will like literally be a wave of these bastards.
They come in They come in mounds.
Yeah. Like, it'll be easier to describe them as a 3x3 cube.
Can you remember Vermintide? You played that for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
I loved Vermintide.
you could just
You
shoot
can
in
be
a
safe, right?
direction and hit stuff.
They're there, exactly.
Okay. I think this isn't a terrible idea.
For anyone who hasn't played Vermintide, think of, well, I imagine most people know what World War Z is, but think of that with rat people. Lots and lots of rat people. Are we set? Are we
Rat
good?
people are people too.
They are.
How are we gonna set off the pitch?
I have tons of fire magic.
Okay.
So on our way back through,
You're gonna
We
light
set
it
it
then?
off?
As long as we know who's lighting it or like what the trigger is to lighting it. Because once we light it, how long is it? Like that's kind of our end game. You know, we
Are
we're where
these
we are.
torches that are hanging on the walls?
They're legit. You could literally just take a torch and knock it down. If someone
Yeah.
had to shoot it, because something happened to Ripple, like let's say Ripple got knocked unconscious at some point, someone could
Okay,
shoot a
so
torch
lots-
from
lots
range
of
or
ways
just
to
knock
do
it
it.
off. Yeah.
Cool.
Then yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're all set, we're gonna take our break because these cats are hungry.
ah,
These
these
cats are out of the bag.
And yeah, then we'll get back some stuff.
And we'll find out, does Cruiser get another tattoo?
next time
Not for me.
on this time.
I'm not creative enough to make another tattoo. I had to copy the one I had from memory, and that didn't go well.
It's true. You could look at your own bicep for reference and you still really...
I chose not to.
Oof.
I was testing myself to see how well I know my patron. Not
How drunk were you when you agreed to get tatted?
It's not quite how it went.
What? That's how it always goes.
I told you, I didn't so much get tattooed as get a tattoo.
Weezer, you're 7.
Act like a man. Okay, I'm gonna go get some. I'm back.
Huzzah. I dislike this is a swarms of things level. I'm a low level mage, so I don't have the ability to deal with swarms of things yet.
Hmm. Yes, that could be not good. It's okay, I've got speak with animals. I'll just ask them to leave.
See, I told you
I
kobolds
think
were
that's guaranteed to
animals.
succeed.
I mean, I've also got charm person.
Here we go.
Now we're cooking with oil.
Will we be convicted of war crimes as well after we burn a bunch of them?
Only if we go to Rat World. If we stay in humanoid world, we'll be heroes.
Tempted to pick Earth Tremor because it gives a 10-foot radius around me. Everything has to, but then I'd have to be in it.
Oh, that sounds dangerous.
But is it really any more dangerous than just being a level 2 wizard?
It's a valid
Yes.
point.
It's just a dangerous thing to be.
Also, Frank,
Yeah, what's up?
have you impulse bought a new TV yet?
Oh yeah.
What'd you buy? I was looking
So-
at getting. I was looking at getting one of the cheapo TVs because it doesn't have smart stuff.
So I did just buy a QLED Hisense off Amazon because there's no good sales at the moment,
And it's a pretty
Wow.
fucking good TV for
and
cheap.
it's still significantly better than what I have, and it was $4.99. Like,
My high
so
sense lasted about a year and a half.
well.
Yep.
My LG lasted about 3 years before the legs literally just
Really?
broke.
I think I'm onto something where Mike must have stumbled home drunk.
No, I told him that my plan finally worked. I chipped away a little bit at the leg. It just took 2 years after I moved out for it to finally break. It's a trap.
Frank, did you look at your renter insurance?
No, I haven't yet. I mean, I'd have to lie to get it covered.
I would.
I'm here for it.
Look, you pay fucking $20 a month for renter's insurance, you might as well use it.
So the problem is like the physical damage is quite obvious. Like, you turn the screen on and it looks like when well, first of all, like the screen is like popped. I'm looking at it right now.
So what happened? to
And
this
then-
TV?
So I was in my office, Elden Ring with Mike, and I said, "Oh crap! I just heard a really, really loud bang in the other room." And so what happened is I guess there was some structural issue with the feet from the TV. They had just shattered.
Huh.
And because it was plugged in, it didn't just fall forward onto the ground. It swung forward and slammed back into the entertainment center.
Mhm.
So the screen is broken.
Right. Well,
If you turn it on, it looks like, again, like you drop the laptop on the ground.
it committed Sudoku, and now you have to pay the price.
Correct. So
Fair enough.
The next thing I have to do is figure out if I'm willing to risk trying to throw it in the dumpster on the apartment complex, or if I'm going to take it to the dump properly.
That's always the
I'm
question.
supposed to throw these kind of things in the dumpster, but I think it's going to be like
E-waste.
Everyone does
40,
it.
40
What-
bucks.
What town do you live in?
Conquered.
See,
New
this
Hampshire.
is
Mhm.
exactly why where I live, they force you to pay the disposal fee when you buy the TV, so anyone can just drop any TV they've ever bought at the
I was
dumpster.
gonna say it's usually free for homeowners, but
I
New,
ran-
New Hampshire doesn't. Well, no, and I say homeowners, I mean like residents.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, it's not. We
but
Conquered
it's, New,
doesn't
but, it's,
do.
but it's New Hampshire. New Hampshire doesn't believe.
We hate
in-
people.
Live
but
free
New
or
Hampshire-
die, man.
Yeah, New Hampshire doesn't believe in services for.
Live free or die.
Concord doesn't even do their own trash pickup. Sorry, they don't do trash pickup at all. They don't do the trash disposal. It's a private company that we
Yeah,
use.
that's fine. We also do that too.
Is everyone here?
Never left. Just trying to think of how Frank can do insurance fraud.
Best, you can bring it to Best Buy and they'll recycle it.
The real question is, have our voices been live this entire
Apparently.
time?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
How much do I have to scrub of the VOD?
None if Frank doesn't.
Oh,
commit
I've been
insurance
singing
fraud.
Disney classics, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna cost me $45. God damn.
Don't say whether you're going to do it yet, though. You can say it when the stream ends, because then you can't be incriminated.
Oh, easy
Um,
solution, Frank.
It is.
Put the TV half up on a couch, stomp that sucker till you can fold it
I
over.
was literally just about to say, I'm just gonna break it into pieces.
Frank.
That's
it's,
what I was thinking too. I'm like, you can't really make it worse. Like,
Get some anger out on that thing, but don't pull a muscle.
Right.
Frank, it's $30 at Best Buy to get recycle your TV.
it's
Oh, okay.
$0 and therapeutic to do it at home though. So
It's true.
in this economy, you could spend $30 on eggs next week.
And on that note, so here we are, sewers, or you're currently not in the sewers, you're working on things outside and bringing stuff down and setting up your pitch and your barricades, and everything is all set up and good to go. A couple days before everything kicks off, your mother makes a trip. You see her. She's in the northern gate, just saying hello, making sure everything's okay. She's not much of a fighter, though. Well, that's actually not true. She can fight, she just doesn't have divine powers anymore. So she's there mostly to possibly help coordinate a little bit, because she used to, when she was of the paladin way, she did do some coordinated battles. But yeah, she would go up to the five of you and say, I've heard that you guys have been doing a lot of work in the sewers and are actually leading a group down there.
Why, of course. We believe in taking charge and doing what's right.
Just
Well-
like I taught you.
Yes.
I'm very proud of the five of you.
I found brambles in the woods.
And from what I've heard, those brambles are going to go quite a long ways in slowing them down.
I hope so. Otherwise, a lot of this was for naught.
There are basically no brambles in any of the woods in like the surrounding mile.
Yeah. They're very densely packed in the sewers because of the amount of brambles you gathered.
There's no bramble
those
the
couple of
next 3
spots.
towns over. All in the sewer.
No, I have full confidence in everything you did. I'm just going to help out a little bit. I really can't fight as well as I used to, but I at least can help out up here. I trust you guys fully as far as the sewers go. I know that you all know how to figure out these things. And the town has full confidence.
These are all good things.
They are good things. It's good. Very happy. I have been spending most of the time trying to convince your father not to come out and fight, because that would be a not good thing.
I think we can handle it.
I think that you can handle it as well. He also thinks you can handle it. So she goes into a little bit. So what you know about is when your father came over here was kind of an abridged version of everything that happened. She does try and explain to you why he seems to want to fight, because she doesn't want you to think that he doesn't think you can do it. She wants to make sure you still have confidence. And she goes into a bit of a more in-depth version. Your father, before he became part of this town, was actually part of a new Space Marine group called the New Order, that after the war was tasked, as far as the public knew, was tasked with helping protect this area, rather than going out and trying to find the God King Emperor. Which I realize I never put into context. There's magic in this world. And as far as the Space Marines are concerned, the Emperor being, like, essentially having his soul tethered to him for so long meant that he was still technically alive. So something like true resurrection, that's why they're looking for him. They actually could physically resurrect the Emperor. That is, I just need to put a little more context in that. They're not just looking for a dead body or a soul. They're looking for the ability to bring back their leader, essentially. But yeah, so the New Order was set for the original, it was set to protect the people of this area, to try and kind of smooth things over after the war. Your father was part of that. He was actually the Space Marine in charge of this area, and he was stationed near the Exodar and would help out. He was known as the Lone Space Marine for a very long period of time. When your mother came from Avirath, they actually fought side by side for a very long time. Your father was very traditional Space Marine. He was talked very little as far as to anyone else. He also never took off his mask of any way, shape, or form, or his helmet, not his mask, helmet. And yeah, he fought around here for a while. He didn't just kind of appear out of nowhere one day. He fought around here and then eventually was so sick and tired of the infighting, because it turns out the New Order was also secretly made to fish out deserters. So your father many times had to fish out and execute some of his brothers because they deserted. In the end, that's the main reason he ended up coming in here. So a big issue where if your father were to fight is there are no known Space Marines in the area. And if someone came back as the lone, people would think that the lone Space Marine is back. When your father originally came here, there was some mild questioning as far as to who he was that ended up kind of getting swept under the rug by Malhoun, the leader of the Church of Sacred Fate. So your mother's trying to make sure that your father doesn't come out and fight, because that would be bad for everyone. But he doesn't like standing idly by. That's what she explains, to put more things into context.
Okay.
Because you're old enough now. I told you, I'll tell you when you're older is no longer a thing. Because now it's been 2 years. It's officially been 2 years since you
And now we're
started this
officially older.
You are, by 2 years. But yeah, she tells you that. She says she didn't mean to keep the more grittier details from you for this long. She just wanted to, she didn't think they weren't as important at the time, but now it seems to be just a little bit more important to put in context. You're old enough to understand, as far as she's concerned, and she hopes. But yeah, do you say anything back? Or
Thank you for
after
telling.
she's done?
That's
You're
yeah,
welcome.
that's a lot to take in, but I guess it kind of makes a lot of sense.
And he definitely needs to stay out of this fight.
I agree. That's what I tell him.
Had a character. Didn't
also-
he like totally say he wasn't coming?
He said that he most likely wasn't coming, but he also has had a year to sit there and stew, knowing that there is a horde of Skaven coming your way.
Stew.
So
He
when
probably
shows
made
up-
some stuff.
well,
Rat stew. Mm.
Oh no. No one wants to eat Skaven stew. No one.
you might catch the Skavens.
All of the disease.
We are about to cook a whole bunch. That's what the pitch is for.
No one's gonna eat that though. Hopefully.
Fair enough.
Your mother
I-
like goes to Krizor. No one's going to eat that, correct?
I looked through my really fucked up demonic recipe book to make sure that there is no recipe in here for
There
them.
is no Skaven recipe.
I would
No.
be doing the like dog thing where I just like look really hard and down and like side eye every once in a while.
The
It's
Krizor-
not going to be good, and
I've
it's
got
not gonna.
recipes.
You're not gonna like it.
I've got recipes for demonic chickens and cheese elementals, and they're not even in this book.
Mm,
I don't think we can call them food.
Don't eat this, Skaven.
But we
Hey.
can get you a pumpkin later.
He does love pumpkin.
I do like pumpkins.
We can get you a pumpkin.
Why don't we get this
So-
man a pumpkin?
Do a real good job, we'll get you two.
I'm gonna kill so many of them.
There are no pumpkins in the area.
There are only 18 of
There
them.
will be
We got
pumpkins back
this.
at home, but not in this area. They don't grow pumpkins here. You can't get
They-
him one right now.
They also said they had a food shortage.
Yeah, they did. So that's a good reason as to why there's no pumpkins here. But you do have some on the farm because Krizor likes them so much.
It's our normal bribe. We must have an abundance of them.
So we want him not to do something. No, there's no. You got no bribe for Krizor this time. Okay. So you are on the eve of. Oh, you're on. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before battle starts? Before we get into it, because we'll just go to the day and the tunnel collapsing. If there's nothing else you'd like to do.
I don't have anything else.
Send
Yeah.
it.
Anything
Better
like to say
take-
before everyone dies? No.
It's been nice
Just-
being friends with you all and brothers
Friends was
in that order.
Friends was questionable. Brothers
can't-
was definitely.
They can't defeat us. We have the power of friendship
And family.
and friendship.
Family.
Those both start with F.
Now,
They must
remember,
compound.
remember the family chant.
Family.
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 If we all make it out of this alive,
Family.
you guys should all get tattoos as well.
No family.
They don't take family as seriously as me as you do,
Hey.
Creator.
Family.
They might
I know.
chant it, but we live it.
That's not a family tattoo. That's a demon lord tattoo.
2 out of 5 brothers have this tattoo.
That means that you're
What if
40%
it's in
incorrect.
tattoo?
That means there's 3. I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
No.
You're being weird again.
Well, if I say it, then you're gonna say I'm mean. So I can be mean or I can be weird. There's no way to win.
I feel like you're being mean and weird.
I feel like I
Anywho.
didn't say anything mean.
You're thinking it. We can tell. You told us you were being mean.
Read your mind. No one can read your mind. That's not a thing.
That's not true either.
No one can do it.
No one in this
Here
room.
at least. Exactly.
No one in this room right
On
now.
that note.
It's true. The rat people aren't here yet.
So
In the
The day-
in the getting set up
Mhm.
phase down here, like getting into position, that's when I'm gonna cast my free mage armor for the day.
Sure. You should be able to target yourself and cast that. I think that's automated.
What a
I'm
fool.
gonna use my carapace and blend myself in a little bit better. Yeah.
Did
They
you? I think I need. Do I need to hit this thing?
No, they
Bam.
changed the mage armor thing.
Oh. Do you have the AC though on your character sheet?
I do. I just have bad AC.
Okay,
That,
that's fine.
I mean,
The
it's
icon's
not,
pretty
but he
horrifying.
does.
It's scary. What is that?
I-
Oh, it's just an armor thing.
Yeah, it's just
Why?
a little. It's like a stained glass suit of armor.
Anyway, where would you like to position yourself? You are going to. We're going to do this kind of like we did with past battles. You're going to be the only ones in turn order, but there's going to be damage and stuff happening depending on the choke points that you have, depending on how easy it is for the rest of the army to fight things off. Just to not mean that you literally have to go through hundreds of NPCs at a time in a single round, because then we'll be here until next year doing this combat.
Hell yeah. We'll level up 6 times. I plan on being right where I'm at.
Okay, where would everyone else like to be for the first wave?
Right there.
Also, who has the flamethrower in the end? Did you give it to Anam and say it's Anam's thing? Does Brixham still have it? What are we doing?
No, Anam has it.
Okay.
Does guidance work on flamethrowers?
Is it an ability check?
Well, no, it's the enemy that's making the save.
Am I still considered as behind cover right here?
Yes. I would say you're able to get
I mean, I can shoot
because
that
you
far.
also could position yourself here and just peek the corner, we could say, around Kreezor too. Or you can shoot
Yeah,
that for,
'cause,
that's
like,
even
from,
greater.
From
That's
right
great.
here, I can shoot this or further. Like my Eldritch Blast is 120, but like this is my short spell. So like
So the way
probably good.
this is, so once you're all in position and all is ready, the way this is going to work is the enemy's unit, the smaller units will move on a single turn, and as they kind of crash into things, depending on the stuff you have set up, they'll either be slower and you can start picking them off as time goes on, or they'll just die when things like the pitch goes. But that's just going to be a single thing. And also, there will be less of them because you have allies and friends, as far as on the screen. And we're going to get into it. And I'm going to pick you as they all start rushing in. And they break through the barrier, originally the one that's around the sewers, the one that's on the gate, pretty easily. And it's just like a tower, just a mob of Skaven start coming through. And we're going to put everyone on the combat tracker. And they get...
If we all get 20s on initiative or higher, I will agree with Frank that we should never change the turn order.
They got to run here.
Wait.
Oh my god!
That's hilarious.
Holy shit!
So I actually need Gabagulio and Brixham to roll a dexterity check with. Actually, no, they cannot go before you on a tie because they're a mob. So you two will get to go first.
If that wasn't a sign, I don't know what.
Well,
Seriously.
well, I am
It wasn't
happy
everyone.
I am happy that they're going to re-roll. I'm not happy that we're also going to re-roll.
But yeah, Brixham and Gabagulio can go at the same time.
Yeah, how's
Or if they're
feel
going,
about them going twice
as far
before
as
him?
so as far as distance go, you can also both let them go, get closer if you need to. I will let you say they go
can hit
first if
3
you
of
need the distance. Sure. And the way it works as well as far as damage goes is like these are so small that most things will one-shot the, you know that they're so weak. Most things will one-shot the mob. And what you're doing is chipping away at the mob, and the traps will do the same, depending on if they do damage. Witch Bolt, I'll let you switch your target if you want to keep concentration on it.
Yeah, I think that's a good play here then. I don't mind yielding if Brixton wants to go first, or I don't mind going first.
Go first.
Okay. I will. I think a Witch Bolt is a pretty good opener.
Your allies are going to act as a layer action, so they're on 20, but they lose ties.
I don't have that spell on my character sheet.
That's because you also didn't have the correct import.
Nobody gets spells. Next turn.
Nobody gets
I only need
spells.
Witch Bolt right now, so
He did
Nope.
say that magic was dwindling, and it is.
There's Witch Bolt. You should have it now.
cool. So
Sorry,
I'm
bud.
gonna do that. $20 to hit.
That hits. For sure.
Four
And as far as
damage.
damage goes, it for the
Yeah.
as far as this goes, they're just dead. You pick off the first one that's coming in.
And I don't think I have any. I don't have any bonus actions, so that's my turn.
They're also wielding a one-handed sickle. I tried about 5 different times to get the AI to do a one-handed sickle, and it was like, no, you mean two-handed scythe, right?
You mean like when I asked it to do a 6-fingered hand and it kept giving me a
Yeah.
5-fingered hand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it also did that for me too.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's my
Brixton,
turn.
Going
do you
to
have anything you can or want to do?
cast. Less
Ooh.
on those 3.
You've been blessed. That should also automate, so it should just roll the d4.
And then that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. They are going to move as a unit. But the top 3 are going to get stuck here, and the rest are going to just push as hard as they can. Your allies are going to pick off the back few. There are, I don't know why I took those away. There are still more flooding in from like here.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
But they're in the back. And as well, you see very far in the back what looks like a rat with a launcher and a gas mask on, or like a little hood, start to slowly make their way forward. Okay, we already went. Anam!
I just got a Witch Bolt pop up.
Oh, don't worry, don't.
Okay. Oh yeah, because it was
'Cause
my
you're
turn,
not.
but now it's not. Yeah, right.
Because you may use your,
For-
yeah, it actually asks them. It actually has, Witch Bolt's automated. It will ask you if you want to sustain it.
Cool. We'll try that next turn.
We
Congrats
will
to
try
you.
that next turn. Congrats to Witch Bolt. Anam, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I got the one-handed sickle, but you're not gonna like how I got it.
You the first,
No,
was it,
it's
did it
not
also
three
have a
hands.
third hand? Did it have a third hand pop up? Because that was the first one hand. Oh, no. Okay, no. Also, why is it communist? What?
What is this
Oh,
red wall?
Okay, hold on. I gotta. Stream is gonna want to see that. This
Did you
is
just see this?
This is a
That is-
Incredible.
a mouse
so
holding a
hardcore.
communist in one hand. Communism in
It
the
looks
hand
like
of
it
a mouse.
took from Redwall, the book, but decided it meant
That was
Something
the
about
that was the one
communism.
before it, and then this was the very first
Now,
one.
did you say specifically from Warhammer? Because that was
No.
the best way I was able to ever get, was Skaven
No.
from Warhammer, and then it
I
actually
said,
gave me
give
something.
me a rat warrior with a bloody sickle. And you're looking
Yeah, I
at
know.
them in reverse. So the bottom one was the first one, and
first
I said,
one?
that's an axe,
That's
not
an
a
axe.
sickle. Then they gave me the pick, and I said, no, that's a pick. Give me a sickle, like on the Soviet Union flag. And
Oh,
to
okay.
their credit,
They did exactly.
You did follow
They
the
did
prompt.
they did follow the prompt in a very unexpected way.
Correct.
The best kind of.
Okay.
What's the range on the flamethrower? 15, you said?
15-foot cone, yeah.
Then I'm gonna hold.
You can if you would. So you can hold your turn to the end of the round, or you can take a short bow shot to potentially take him out.
Oh, yeah, sure, why not?
And by holding, yeah, because they don't go again. So actually, there's no reason to hold.
I like that the handle's still on it, but it's not used in conjuncture with the
That
handle.
hits. It's dead.
Get smoked, fool.
Okay. And then, is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Bonus action, anything. You have 3, but there's no reason to use them right
Oh, bonus action, disengage, and then stand still.
now. Kreezor, what would you like to do?
I, considering that man is within range, would like to shoot the dude with the launcher. Seeing that
Do
he
it.
looks like a priority.
He does look like a priority. That hits.
And he oh
That
Jesus,
does-
he's just barely tickled.
He was barely tickled.
All
But
right,
he took 8 damage. It was a full 8 damage.
that's good and terrifying.
Heck yeah, it is. Would you like to move it all before I say it? Are you still? You got a good cover.
I probably should have Hunter's
Yep.
Marked him. I was expecting that to do way more damage, and I forgot about Hunter's Mark.
You could
So
still
that's
do it
on me.
after the fact.
Yeah, I suppose. All right, I'll Hunter's Mark him.
That should. Does it work?
It worked last time.
Can you hit apply?
Oh, it says range 90 feet. I think he's just outside of that.
He's 95 for me.
Yep.
Ooh.
So I actually cannot.
Wait a minute, no. He's 85.
No, he's 85 for you.
Oh.
Because you're 10 feet ahead of me.
So
So if you try to cast it, it's just telling you no.
it's just giving me the thing.
Cast first level spell slot. You must. Oh, I didn't actually have you targeted. Let me see if I can. Oh, you just did something. Or no, you didn't. I think it's just.
It's on
Yeah,
you.
That one worked.
Yep.
Okay.
I
It's on you
had
and
to
him.
cast it versus use it as the bonus action thing.
You can't use it as an innate, and you can't use it through features if you or anything else. You have to actually
Yeah.
go to your spell book and cast it. I think because
Yep.
that's the one that's hooked up to the automation.
Yep,
Anyway.
that's what happened.
Ripple.
All right. This is preposterous. How the hell can he be that far away? As I clamber up on top of this goddamn box to get him within 90 feet. This is goddamn ridiculous. All right. So I'm doing fire,
That makes sense.
and then make a ranged spell attack against the target on a hit. The target takes 3d8 of the chosen type. So it is a normal attack, correct?
Correct. It is a. It should just say it. Oh, and it just barely hits.
Okay. Now for damage, it's fire. How does that work?
So roll that, and then I just will have to type in double. I have to type in the thing manually. I don't think I
All right, fire
can.
did 21. There are 2 8s, so
There
it
you
does
go.
split to other targets, and I get to pick them.
Yes, you do. What was that from?
Chromatic orb.
Oh,
go
that's right. The
split.
change. That's
And-
right. And yeah, 21 more damage onto this guy. He's bloodied. So, which 2 targets do you pick? Because they'll just one.
I
shot it.
just
I'll
picked
delete them.
rats, and I don't know. Look for the one that's hurt. It gave
That
me a
was
list
dead.
of
You
20
you actually
rats.
did one shot. So if it's 2 more targets, because it's every. You roll the same number on 2 or more of the d8s. The orb moves to a different target of your choice within 30 feet of the target.
Yeah, so it only did that once.
It's just
because I
one.
did-
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
And then if it did it again,
then
Target
you would
can't-
leap
the
again.
target can't leap again unless you cast a spell with a second plus level. It can.
Oh,
move
so there's
one-
actually a reason other than just damage. That's cool.
Yeah. So and every time I add additional levels to it, it can jump 4 times. All right, and then I move back to
Awesome.
the slot.
Sure.
That's how you cast a spell.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Kreezor.
Oh
Wait a
boy.
minute. Wait a minute. I don't think that it can roll higher than a 24, but I rolled a 6, folks. You're fine.
Good. So we are gonna be shooting at it again, and we're gonna
Got a lot of effects on him.
Definitely.
He
do
does.
things. I'm getting.
We
F-
slowed too. Remember, longbow.
Oh,
Ooh,
baby.
nice crit.
Let's go.
We will not be finishing this, and we'll be stopping at 10:30. Just as a heads up, because this is.
No, we're gonna speed run it if that's okay.
Or not.
You know what? Send the rest of them at
Well,
once.
What is this? A closet full of kobolds?
He's
We'll be
looking
fine.
near death. He is very hurt from all of that.
not actually roll crit damage?
Oh no, I didn't.
I totally didn't.
Good.
Yeah.
You could straight up just be dead. Roll a D8 and a D6.
D8. 1, 6.
Oh.
Wow.
That's depressing.
Wow.
He is still alive.
But he could have been dead.
He could have been dead. You're correct.
Tickling is very real.
Okay. Anam.
When they move, will they be in range of my?
Not because of the brambles, no.
Okay.
They're still in pick off. They still would be just getting through pick off. It takes them a full. They stop at the brambles. So essentially, the way it works, your bramble patches makes them stop there when they hit on their turn. That's where they end it.
Right. Well, I definitely can't hit that guy all the way in the back. So.
He's near death. You got other people. Start picking them off.
Well, actually, hold on. How far away is he?
You could death.
5.
It
I'm
would be
gonna fire it.
disadvantage.
I'm just gonna. Well, I
But
can
it's
move
easy.
forward 5 feet.
Oh yeah, that too.
Backwards 5
Yeah,
feet, but
you
I'm
do
I'm
it. You
just-
do a
but
dip.
I'm-
Climb on top of the barrier, shoot him, and then come back.
But I'm actually just gonna firebolt him.
That works too, because you have firebolt. Because you're a tiefling. You went the fire tiefling.
Mhm.
I know there's many forms you can go. That hits for 8 damage. It's not quite dead. It's so close.
I don't believe you.
So
I'm gonna bonus action disengage in my turn.
You don't want a bonus action dash to get that extra 5 feet backwards.
I
Just 'cause
didn't
you
move
can.
forward.
Oh, that's right, because you had firebolt. That's 120
Firebolt.
feet, right?
Fireball
Correct.
deflect 20.
Dang. Ripple.
I
I only, as a reminder, I only have the group, the Skaven Slaves, on there just so that you can attack them. They do move on 20 losing ties.
exciting. I am attacking the big man with fireball.
Let's go.
And
That
does
does not
the
That does not hit.
gas mask guy, does he have real initiative?
No, they have real initiative. Anything that is not fodder has initiative.
All right. That is my turn.
Okay, so these guys are going to go. These guys can go here. All these will stop, and everything. Begins to flood. Make a little arrow. Oh, but they don't do anything yet. And with the way the brambles are set up, it takes them.
Years.
Only 3 of them can ever get to that point because of the way the choke point works. It can take them a very long time. Brixham.
I'm just gonna use Toll the Dead.
That'll. No. It rolled a 15, so actually it does it. Because your wisdom saves at 14. There we go. I see it. Yeah, it rolled. It saved.
That's all I'm doing.
Okay. Gabagoolio.
Okay. I'm going to Witch Bolt damage the one that Brixham didn't hit. So which one did he hit? The left?
I went for this.
He didn't hit it either. He went for the one on the right.
He
though.
didn't hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll hit the one dead ahead of me with the Witch Bolt sustain damage. I clicked OK, but nothing happened.
Because I think the thing's dead. You might have to cast the spell
Okay.
without
Yep,
consuming a
that's
spell
fine.
slot.
That's fine. Bolt. Ongoing damage.
You might just have
consume
to.
spell slot. No.
Or actually, yeah. That just rolled it. So it's dead.
Okay. And because that was a bonus
That's true.
action, I'd like to
Bonus,
use
yeah.
Eldritch Blast on the guy that's forever away.
Sure.
23 to hit
That'll definitely hit. Ooh,
and 10
damage.
damage. So I pop him with my Eldritch
He's popped.
Blast.
Woo!
And that's my turn.
Good shooting, Gabagoolio.
I've gotten better at
You've
this
really
whole
got
magic
you've
thing.
really gabagooled him.
Okay, and at the end of the round, you see, this is actually very unfortunate. 'Cause he's dead.
Do I see how unfortunate it is?
Well, it's unfortunate because I can't select the token.
That is unfortunate. You
Is it because I
unfortunate
killed
one.
him?
It wasn't your fault, though. I mean, I should admit that. I guess we're not no more of those guys, huh?
Oh, is that token gone forever?
Not until the end of combat. So I guess at the end of this session, I can have more for next time. I just made copies of the other one. At the end of the round, you see what looks like a more leader version pop up. Or actually, you see a more armored, followed by one that seems to be commanding them and trying to push them on the right, push them forward.
You should move them down one square. Because they're like, there we go. They're in the darkness up there and I can't see their faces.
Well, you know what's funny? I can remove this now that Ripple's not trying to break the game, and now you can see their faces.
Hey!
You told me explore.
Anyway, let's see what the next round of combat gives us. Oh, also, your archers did go at the same time, and they did take out this guy and this guy on the 20. Or 3. They took out 3 things. So that's all that's currently there. They ruined their arrow, and they're sad. They look sad now.
Don't be sad.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
God, really? That's how I roll?
Anam.
Rizzo, you're 5 times better than me.
Remember, you
time.
only have, if we're talking about, you only have 3 canisters. So if you end up using the 3 canisters later as they come through the brambles, it's going to be a little while before they overwhelm to come through the brambles.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
fine.
a slow burn combat. On turn 10, we're going to be really wishing we had it.
We should all be excited that it's working so well.
It is. It's going great.
Maybe we blew up
Which
that
one's the
side for
commander?
nothing.
The commander's on the left. Oh, sorry. The commander's on the right and actually looks not quite as well armored, but has like a pole arm. The guy on the left has like sword and shield or axe and shield. That's what AI thinks a great sword is.
Sure.
It probably is that for a rat.
And he has a shield on his arm as well.
Huh?
Wait a second. That just barely hits,
Nice.
since it is a less armored guy. For 8 damage. Let's go.
and I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Nice.
Keeping it going.
Good call.
Thank you.
This guy is going to. So he's gonna move up here, dash, hop over this guy, use his bodies to get over the brambles, but get stuck on this one.
They're getting
Uh.
closer.
What?
Okay.
And then on 20, your guys are gonna take out the front three, and these guys are just gonna keep piling on. You do realize that slowly as the corpses are funneling in, the brambles are looking like they're going to become less and less effective as the corpses pile up and start to actually cover them.
I mean, that was pretty much a given.
And you get another line.
This is like Tetris.
It's like Tetris.
They don't disappear when we get 5 in a row.
Gabagolia.
Tetris.
That's Kirby's.
Yeah, I don't-
Dreamland, but
I don't care.
I'll take
I
it.
like it.
I know I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying.
We're gonna continue the Witch Bolt ongoing damage.
So, what's your Witch Bolt to hit to make your life easier?
Well, so I don't have to.
There's
so
actually a bunch of stuff.
I never have to do
As
the
long as
to
it
hit,
hits,
though.
it damages it.
Well, so I
But
hit
you
it.
don't have to do the hit. That doesn't
Yeah.
matter. So you can kill one. Essentially, let's make it easier. Don't even worry about it. You kill one because you're
So I-
one-shotting the smaller guys. Unless you're moving it to a big guy, it
I
doesn't
can't-
matter.
So technically, I can't move it.
Right, but in this case, you're moving it, which is fine. So you don't have to worry about.
Until
Hit, 'cause we're letting you do a
you bring
weird-
it to a big boy. It doesn't-
You're,
Yeah.
you're
Then you would have to
bolting
wait.
the-
So I'm
Stack
gonna
of
Eldritch
bodies.
Blast the big guy.
So who are you Witch Bolting to kill
So
out of everything that's funneling? That guy?
that's the
That
one I
guy's
would
dead.
yeah. And then this guy's gonna get a Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
13 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, so I missed the Eldritch Blast on this one, and that's my turn.
Like
I might
also,
take a
just as the thing is getting closer, like in Out of the Abyss, everyone has a chance to. I'm not going to put it because you're not sacrificing the people, but you can say that someone ended up getting hit instead of you for a single hit.
okay.
Because, like, remember in Out of the Abyss, Demon Lord comment against the Demigorgon. Essentially, you're saying that one of the group of people get hit, and then they go down, and you have a little less effective offense, but you can have, say, thematically that they took a hit.
I'm
Man, Ripple over here using our people like human shields.
Why am I the one who?
I'm gonna
I don't know.
take a bit
We
of a
can do-
sidestep because I can
Sure.
get back there next turn. So that's where I will pass over to Brixton.
That works. Bricks.
Try and get the big guy with the little total dead.
Ding dong.
He rolled a 14. Meets a beat.
I'm gonna start moving to the side.
Okay. This one's going to walk up and over here for now, and he's going to scream out a word of encouragement. And you see all of them get a little bit more. You're a little bit more praised, we'll say, and bloodthirsty. All of the
Or
small
you will
ones.
die if you push down this hole.
Breezeward.
Alright. I would like to use my very best bonus action to move the Hunter's Mark.
Sure. And you notice it didn't affect. It didn't seem to affect the guy in the front. He seems bloodthirsty enough as is.
I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to use a bonus action to move it. I thought it moves automatically.
You
on
use a bonus action to move Hunter's Mark. You can take a bonus action to move the mark to a new creature.
Yep. If the
I thought
target
it- I
drops
thought it
to
auto-
0 hit points before the spell ends,
It's-
you can take a bonus action to move the mark
Oh,
to a new
okay. Yep.
creature.
Okay, sorry. I
Yeah.
thought it automatically did it, but that's fine.
No, that's how you keep concentration up on it. Is you can essentially, as long as it's up in between combats, you can just bonus action start and move Hunter's Mark without using the spell slot. It just exists.
All right. Now that that's there, I will be shooting an arrow at this man. Does a 2-7 put a hole?
The 7 does hit.
Thank God.
Bless is doing some work. 15 damage. Let's go. And he is slowed. He's got 10 feet less movement.
You know, I'll take it.
Okay. Would you like to move at all at the end of your turn? You do have 3/4 cover when you're behind there for anything possibly ranged. And this guy is, like most D&D fighters, armed to the teeth as well.
Armed to the teeth with
As far
weapons
as
we can't get
they almost
from him.
always have a ranged option. I feel like anything that
will-
exists in D&D has both options.
I will stand my ground and regret that decision and have to kill one of our friendlies.
What's 3/4 cover?
4 AC? Let's go with 10 AC.
3/4 is +5. Just give yourself the full thing. And +5 on dex saving throws. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Because we're
Yeah,
ducking
yeah.
behind the cover whenever somebody shoots a beam at us.
Sure. Okay, so-
Just edit? No, I can't easily
Ripple.
just edit this.
All right, I gotta finally do the utility thing, which is cobble up on top of the barrel, move to here, and then I am going to cast. I'm gonna create a bonfire in
Oh.
a strange way. I'm not going to cast it. I'm gonna cast it between. There we go, right there.
Where'd it go? Oh, in the back there. That's cool.
So that hits 4 of them, and then I move back. So I'll cast a spell so you can read it.
It's dex saves,
Oh.
right?
Oh, no, it lets me do it.
Okay.
Never mind.
Did you have them all
Second.
targeted? Automation. It's back to a point. TM. They do save. Is it how?
So if they all save, if they all
Yeah.
save, they don't. So that's the first one. When they start their turn, they have to.
They would also have the 4 would have to make that. Okay. Okay.
And
So
then
they're
if they-
able to get
if
out
they-
of the way of the first one.
And then when
but-
they enter it for the
As
first
they
time,
run.
they have to do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that I should have done that earlier, but yeah. Now we're here. I wanted to
Okay.
hit that big boss.
We are here. And it's Kreezor's turn.
The worst thing in the world.
I don't know how to change it. I wish I knew how to turn it off. I looked in the settings. I think it's just there.
Alright,
It'll never change.
me gonna longbow again. Gonna put more
Okay.
holes in the man. Wow.
Yeah, you are. 10 more damage. Let's go.
Ah,
Okay.
We don't
Yeah,
wanna-
I'm gonna keep standing my ground. Nothing could go wrong.
Sure.
the skeevers
Yeah.
are not the slave ones aren't on there anymore, are they?
No, because they're just 20. They should be. Oh, you probably kill. I killed the one that was used there for the tracker. So what we learned is it took it off the tracker, but
Why
you
don't
still
you
were able to make them roll saves with bonfire. I know I could just have one off the tracker. That's fine. But
Yeah.
it actually they don't need to be on the tracker. There is no benefit then because they still could roll saves. I was afraid that you couldn't have them roll saves and stuff like that.
Well, they won't on their turn, right? If they don't get a turn on the tracker.
They should still. I mean, I would just have them roll a dex save anyway.
Fair.
I don't think bonfire's fully automated. And now, what would you like to do?
Aren't the rats
you
gonna
know,
go
I think
before
I'm-
him though at 20.
Oh, the rats would go before you. That's correct. So we're gonna roll a big old
I'm gonna wait.
dexterity saving throw.
Sorry, bro.
It's a 7. So what's gonna happen is the chunk like here. Nope. Can't just target you. Let's just do it this way. Because as they're running in, so there'll be a couple that are here, outside the bonfire, and then these guys are gonna go boop. They're gonna go boop. They're gonna kind of go. They are gonna see. They do have some semblance of intelligence, so you do see the rest of them as some of them are dying. Start to like crowd. Not crowd, to dodge that area. But they also have a lot less that they can file through. This guy's gonna kind of run up. Well, no, because they stop at the bramble, so those guys can't even actually run up. They only have 2 more spots there they currently can. The brambles are close to breaking in the back. The front are actually still pretty good, though.
Those are the
Now
first
Anon.
through the front.
Oh, and also, wait a minute. This guy, and this guy die from your archers. So I guess this guy would actually be up here then. This guy would be here. There we go.
So now,
Now you're good. We got there.
Outward kill.
on it.
Our work with the gun.
This is quite possibly the most successful bonfire we'll ever be in this game.
It's true.
Fair. I'm glad you got to use it once.
That
I killed
You
8
will-
of them with it.
try.
no.
You will shoot. It looks like it's about to hit, and then he's
Yeah.
going to use his great sword to parry it out of the way.
What
He
a
just
jerk.
takes the arrow and pushes it into the wall.
I'm just
All right, well,
Have I ever
That's
seen
my turn.
a bonfire cast before? I don't think I have. I mean, you did a good one. It was a good one.
Frank used it on a couple campaigns ago all the time.
Oh,
So I don't think you were
bells
in
of
that
it.
one.
I don't think I was.
He did hear the bells for 2 damage.
Let's go.
Well, let's go. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, just holding, waiting to strategic.
Okay.
He's slow.
He's going to. Well, that's true. Thank you. He's going to take a crossbow out then, which means he doesn't have his greatsword out, and you can't parry with a crossbow. But he is going to shoot someone in the face. He's going to shoot Kreezor.
Oh.
Not in the face, though.
I'm not going to be able to.
So this is plus
Why would-
5. Remember, you have plus 5 AC. It's a 22
actually-
hit?
Oh my, fuck him.
Oh, that's
I have
actually exactly
22
your new AC.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
I told
And
you
he's
not
going
to say
to
it.
deal 15 damage. Roll concentration. Hunter's mark is done.
He hit hard, boys.
He
I
did.
see that.
And then he's going to slowly, because he has 10 feet less movement, he's going to move up only to here.
Frightening.
Ooh, Jesus Christ. Y'all would have just watched my shoulder basically just get blown back.
Not the tattoo shoulder, though.
Yeah.
Nothing came off that one.
14 probably doesn't hit.
It does not hit.
I do not care for this.
Now, you can direct your archers on turn 20. Now that he's close enough, actually, you have some melee. They can kind of come in and do 10 points of damage.
I would like that.
Because you do have people in the ready to jump out when he gets close enough. They can go.
Help!
Yeah, essentially. You guys have a good. You have it's a smallish group because you're in the sewers, but it's a good small group. Would you like to move it all, Ripple?
No, I'm still good here.
Okay. So Gabagulio just saw a chunk get taken out of Kreezor's shoulder from a crossbow bolt. And then you turn the corner, you see that guy having his crossbow out.
And we're gonna start with an Eldritch Blast on his face,
Sure.
or not.
That one did not hit.
Yeah, 13
That's right.
didn't
It's
hit
only
last
one.
time.
Yeah.
We're gonna sustaining Witch Bolt this guy. which means he's just dead, right? Yeah.
Bam. Yep.
And we're gonna take a run back over here, and that's my turn.
Okay. You're going to hear another shout. And this guy, this time, is going to... No, he really can't do much. Because of the bonfire.
He's welcome to try.
He just can shout orders. Which, since they're not there, you don't actually know what that does yet. But we'll see one day, maybe, when the brambles finally go. Probably next time. This is the perfect time. It's the end of the round. I'm going to get this out of the way so that we can hear this now and not later.
Oh god.
And then next time, we will go into this.
Freezor dash actions the fuck away.
You don't need to worry. The Scraven Storm Vermin doesn't get to go until the end of the round.
It's true.
Oh, good point. I'll just stand here and wait for him.
There's
Well,
a
that'd be
healer
perfect.
touching you right there.
But anyway, this will be next time. It's 10:30. It's past.
He's already touching you.
We're done.
Feel so touched.
I really want to see communist
Touch my turn.
communist rats next turn.
You're not. You're not getting communist rats.
I told you I got sickles.
You did get sickles, but
mean,
I
think about
already
it, though.
put enough effort. I'm not going to change it. There were many prompts because it kept on giving me extra hands, the wrong weapons, the wrong
So-
thing entirely.
Yesterday,
But if you put Sickle Rat up there, our viewership would increase.
yesterday we were
I don't
trying.
know.
I
I
was
don't know
trying to
about that.
generate a 6-fingered hand because I didn't want to use the actual symbol of grass like I did, and I told it I was like, I want a 6-fingered hand, and it gave me something that wasn't. I said, no, like I want to get a tattoo of a 6-fingered hand on my bicep. Can you give me a concept image? And this is what it came up with. It even put the
refused.
number
It-
5 on every finger.
Yep.
It just said no, fuck you.
I feel like AI is a child that has been locked in a room and it kept drawing fucked up hands, so we literally beat it and starved it for a decade.
See,
And it's like, I won't do it again.
But
this
still
is
does it.
this is what I said.
Perfect.
I love how the
Great.
thumb, like most of this tattoo is not on the bicep. So if you're actually to get this tattoo, you'd have to also get like a fake skin flap to like fold over your bicep
Right.
to like pop it up.
Get it done.
Absolutely wild.
Well, it's also like the hand is clearly art, but then it didn't extend the
Yeah.
reality to the bicep in any way.
It got the
So it's an
armpit hair,
artistically
though.
rendered bicep and a similarly stylized hand, just disjointed.
Just kind of there.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
also
know what.
like that one of the 5s they didn't know how to do.
Yeah, yeah, right. And the eye has a crescent moon in it. There's just like a whole bunch of
As most eyes do.
yeah.
like, honestly, it's pretty dope.
It looks pretty good. It's just not what I asked for, even remotely.
It counted the fingers for you.
Like I could see this being the album art for like a psychedelic rock album. I could see
I
that.
can see it being the album art for Incubus and Incubus
Yep,
only.
sure.
Yeah.
But it's counted as fa,
All right.
G minor, 5 and 5.
I love you all, but I'm sleepy.
Same. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
Good night, you
Bye.